Hello, good evening. Welcome to Friday stream. How the devil are we all? I'm going to sneeze straight away. I don't believe that. Excuse me if I do. This could be the shortest flight simulator stream ever. I've got some weird problem that's just kicked off, and I'm trying to work it out. So rather than just sit here on my own trying to work this out, I thought I'd just start the stream and try and work it out. It makes no difference. I still got to work it out. Basically, the controls have been knocked out in a very strange way. I logged in, but bearing in mind this was fine 2 days ago. Poop on a stoop, thank you. 9 months. Sub, thank you, Poop. Basically, I moved the rudder pedals and it started to throttle up. And I moved the throttle and it started to move the rudders. And I thought, what the heck is going on? What the heck is going on? And I don't know. It's remapped my controls. That's all I can say. My controls in FSUI PC have been messed up. And I'm going to have to somehow reprogram them. Can I have a seat for this flight? You can indeed. I'll only be here for an hour. I might spend an hour trying to get my controller to work. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. Honestly don't know. It was working absolutely fine 2 days ago, and now it isn't. So my axis assignment is correct here. You can see my throttle's working okay. I've remapped that. That was same rudder. If I move my rudder pedal, you can see it now says rudder. So that looks okay. Except when I move my rudder pedals here, you can see it just move a very, very tiny bit. So obviously the axis mapping's wrong. Yes, it is P3D and not FSX. But on Twitch, you only have Microsoft FSX really as the group, so I stream under that banner. Try and use P3D. This is P3D. This is P3D. Turn it off and on again. I already did that. NPR, thank you for suggesting. 10 minutes ago, rebooted my machine to see if it would fix it. No dice. So we've done the turn it off and on, and I don't have a background for Flight Sim, so we're going to have to go with the truck seat. To be honest, the background is the least of my problems right now. Are we going to have a lot of airplane quotes? Is the yaw damper causing anything? I don't know. Hang on. Let me... Yaw damper is on, so it's not that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. But then the same is true for the elevators and stuff. They just hardly seem to be moving. And that doesn't seem right to me somehow. Cytec controller. Yeah, it's not the Cytec controller. It's the Thrustmaster Warthog. Hit it with a hammer. Yes. Good suggestions, thank you. Right, rudder pedals. Let's try and get this thing. Joystick calibration, elevator throttle, rudder. This is for direct. I don't think we need to do this. I could be wrong though. Do we need to do this? Turn the hydraulics on. Okay. Well, I don't know what else is broken. That's the problem. I'll put the hydraulics on in a second. Maybe I'll just panel load it as. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll eliminate that problem by just loading it into. Flipping heck. Don't want cold and dark default. Let's load it into default panel state and then the engines are running. Dream Trucker, hi Paul and all nutters. How are you today? Yeah. No comment, Dream Trucker. I'm fine. Just a little bit annoyed because next week I have to keep a holiday. Why is that bad? Because this factory is under maintenance. Ah. You mean you don't have a holiday? Or you have to go on holiday while the factory's being fixed. Okay. Have we now got hydraulics? Okay, now we've got hydraulics. That's good. Elevators. Yeah. Okay. Elevators, ailerons are okay. Alright, so that was a hydraulic thing. That's fine. That's fixed that problem. The next problem is it seems to have messed up my button mappings. For instance, this button here should set and release a parking brake, and as you can see it doesn't. It doesn't release the parking brake at all, so that's wrong. Button switches, this one here. Select for FS control. I think it's under P for parking brake. The problem with this tool is, there we go, parking brake. Okay, got parking brakes back, that's good. Lost Creeper 123, 1 year hype. Thank you so much, sir. 12 months of awesome support. Thank you, Lost Creeper. I did spot that one. No, not back in VATSIM. To be honest, this is back in the 737 after a few months. I am very rusty with this aircraft. So this could be interesting. That's all I'm saying. That's assuming we can get going. Other thing is, I need to work out how to do the... Now, is it classing this as an axis or not? Yes, this is an axis. Elevator trim. Ah, okay. Okay, it seems to have remembered my elevator trim. What the heck's going on with this? Okay. Okay, elevator trim's not really working. I suppose it is if you kind of wiggle it a bit. That's really weird. Look at this lever here, right? If you push it forward, it doesn't do anything. You have to keep sliding it around. Bit strange. What is it? It's the 737 700 winglet. NGX winglet is what it is. What else do we need to do? We've got those brakes working. Autopilot maybe. Let's go for that one. That used to be my autopilot key. Now, is it listed under autopilot helpfully, or is it not? Auto brake, autopilot off, and autopilot on. Oh wow, scumbag game. Can I not just have an autopilot toggle? Okay. Did I program these arm off? I'll use this switch here. I'll use this instead. Or maybe I won't, because that's not recognized as two separate states in FSUI PC. Fantastic. Can we see that joystick close up? It's very heavy. I can't really detach the camera very easily, I don't think. Or can I? I don't know. I don't know if I can detach this camera easily or not. I can try. Oh, there we go. Let's get a better look at this thing then. Desk cam. Okay, what do you want to see exactly? Basically, that says Warthog here, and that's the stick. We've not done this before. This is quite fun. So I use this one here for the internal cameras, and I use that one for the external cameras. Don't forget, this is taken straight off an A10 Warthog, so it is, if you look at the back of it, it's got, like, you know, the usual paddle thing, and then arming, firing buttons and all this kind of thing. This is the more interesting one. This has, you know, again, it's for a A10 Warthog, so let me zoom out and get focus here. I was hoping to use this switch for autopilot on and off, but it only seems to recognize like one state, so I can't do that, which is very annoying. LazyCorn, hey Paul, how are you today? I still love your streams and videos, and I will support you forever. Thank you very, very much, LazyCorn. I'm doing okay, a little bit flustered by what's going on here, but making the best of a bad situation. Then you've got your autopilot engage, disengage, and then this thing says path, alternate heading, and altitude heading. So obviously 3 states for the autopilot in a Warthog, I guess. Then you've got this, which I was using to control the flaps with, but you know, you'd kind of hope that if you held it there, it would just start to bring the flaps down. Sorry, the trim, not the flaps, the trim. It has got a center position, which you can't, which, you know, I can feel, which sits there. It's like a little notch, as it were. This is what I use for flaps. So if I pull that lever down and push it back to center, that will give me a notch of flap. And if I do it again, it'll give me another notch of flap. and then I just reverse it. So if I want to put flaps down to say 10, I have to notch it 3 times to knock the state down 3 times, if you see what I mean. What else have you got? You've got an absolute ton of things going on the side of this. So again, another thumb hat switch. These 3 are kind of interesting. These 3 switches here, they're all different. Dream Trucker, I have to keep holiday. I just want to work hard and earn money. Ah, I see. You mean you're on a forced holiday. I see what you mean. I think I'm a workaholic. Anyway, sad to hear that you have problems with the P3D. No, I'm just having problems with my controls that have been messed about. Hope you get it working correctly. I'm going to try. I'm just showing you around this thing at the moment. So this one here, right, let me do it from bottom to top. So this is I think they call this a Chinese hat switch. This goes either way and then resets to center automatically. Can you see that? But this one locks in position. So it's got a center, but it locks forward or back. So it's like that one, except this is spring to the middle and that one isn't. And then this one has a state where you pull it back and it resets. And then a state where you can lock it forward like that. So you can keep it armed forward or you can pull it back. So I don't know, I'm guessing that could be used to arm weapons or something. So you arm the weapons and if you pull it back it just disarms them. I'm thinking, not sure. And then you've got a whole load of stuff over here to do with, what does it say, fuel left and right overrides, the engine operations, APU start on and off. Yeah. And then obviously the friction of the throttle, you can spin that dial to set the friction. I know this isn't unrelated to the stream, but when I push the tilde key in ETS219, bring up the commands module, so I type go to whatever place, then I push F9 and nothing happens. And when I had E118, it worked very well. If SCX stopped supporting this, it's not working for me. By the way, great stream, Roy. No, I don't think they have changed it, Roy. You maybe need to go and look at your game settings to make sure you're in developer mode still. That's all that is, just developer mode. I don't think they fixed it. I mean, it was working fine for me. So yeah, that's the Warthog. I mean, I don't know how else to show you what's around the back. There's a bunch of things going on here. There's a side button, obviously there. Because you imagine, you know, when you've got your right hand on it like that, it's a bit different. Because obviously you control it this way. So you've got your arm button for your thumb. Little pinky down there does that. And also a switch here. There's just a million switches that you keep finding with your fingers. Okay, let's lock that back in. Excuse my messy desk. That is the Warthog, Thrustmaster Warthog. But in terms of slide and stuff, it's got a beautiful action. Just really, and it's solid. This thing is metal. This thing weighs an absolute ton. So it doesn't move anywhere. Paul, that top one is most likely used for speed brakes, either temporary or fully engaged on landing. Well, let's just see what we've got here. So I use it for axis spoiler set 100 and 0. So I think I've got it for the speed brake set already. What does that one do? Nothing. I'm trying to work out what the heck it's done. That's got one state. That's button 24. It doesn't recognize both states of that switch, which is just completely crazy. That is completely crazy. What else did I have mapped in here? Let me think about what I need. I've got flaps. I've got trim. I don't appear to have an autopilot button. I could use that one. 27 and 26. Yeah, I could use that. So we've got autopilot on. And then autopilot off. There you go. So now with that switch there, I can go autopilot forward, autopilot off backwards. This is P3D, is what it is. So that does that. There are just a million buttons that I could map, but I don't have time to map them anymore. I'm just thinking about what I actually need to do. I'll tell you what I do need is my... see, that's mapped to Aileron. I want my... rescan. Yeah, it's completely reset my toe brake as well. Because the rudder pedals slide like that, and then they have toe brakes on them. So you can do differential braking. And that's been reset as well. You should get a full cockpit. You think? Okay, yeah, that's... Okay, toe brake. How are we going to do this? I can't remember how this was set up. Was it set up as left brake and right brake, or just brake? How did I do the split braking? There's right brake and there's left brake. So let's go with left brake. Okay, that's now mapped to left brake. Let's now map. Let's make sure. The problem with this is trying to set it to make sure that you don't set the wrong one, because it's so easy to push it slightly instead of pressing the toe button. Okay, that's rudder, that's right brake, that's left brake. I think that's fixed it. The only proper way to find out is to try it. I throttle forward. Okay, I've got rudder control. Forgot differential brake control. Hard to tell. You see, if I lock my right brake, I should be starting to turn left right now. And that's not really happening. So I'm not convinced that's working. I could be wrong. Is that on zero thrust? So yeah, this has gone perfectly to plan, guys. This whole thing. But yeah, we shall try. We shall see if we can get this thing off the ground. Flying KLM, Dutch Pride, whoop whoop. I downloaded some more skins for the 737. Where are we? That's a good question. In theory, where we are right now is at EGLL, Heathrow. That's where we are. Dynamic Nebula, everything in my config.cfg is all correct. Watched the video while I edited the file. In that case, I'm not sure. Dynamic, I'm pretty certain it works for me. Yeah, we'll have to try it out on Sunday or something. F9 doesn't do anything. Maybe they changed the spawn button. Right. I'm looking ahead of me and thinking there's something not right here. I appear to be surrounded by fencing. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to go that way. Ooh, static scenery. Alright, let me... is this going to work? Who knows? Let's pull over here. Yeah, I've got the UK 2000 Heathrow scenery installed, but I have to admit, this doesn't look like it's... This looks more like static default scenery to me. I could be wrong. Let's put the parking brakes on. Right, I was going to do a engine start and all that kind of stuff, but quite frankly, things have gone badly enough as it is. So let's just get on with it. Why not play P3D? Let me just say this again. It is P3D. What makes you think it's not P3D? How can you tell by looking at it? How can you tell by looking at that it's not P3D or FSX? Oh man. Right. Anyway, we've got active skies, so that's the current weather apparently over here. Let's get rid of the master caution light. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to set this thing up. That's the next problem. Where are we going? Right, let me tell you where I'm planning on going. Check your scenery loads. I've installed Heathrow, I've installed Schiphol, which is where we're going next, in theory. And I've installed Frankfurt, which is where we're going after that. Alright, so that's the basic plan. How it's going to work, I don't know. F9 works for you. There you go, Dynamic. So one guy's saying that F9 works fine for him. How do you get that trick on your desk? I just put it there with my hand. I tell you what, there's some weird questions going on here. Your yoke is full forward. Do you mean here or on screen? I don't know what's going on with that yoke. There you go. It seems to get itself a bit messed up when you go inside. There you go, it's fine now. Right. Now then, we need to program this thing because I've not done it for a little while. So let's just bring up the good old FMC, see if we can figure this thing out once more. Do we have a pos in it? That's the question. I think we have a pos in it. Let's give it the, we're on Echo Golf Lima. There we go. Gate, can't remember, doesn't matter. Route. We are going from Echo Golf Lima Lima. Destination is Schiphol, which is Eham. Eham is the destination today. Flight number is SQ1RL, because it can be. Yeah, Twitch doesn't have P3D as a game mode. Twitch doesn't understand flight simulators, so they just go, you know what? Microsoft Flight Simulator or X-Plane. In fact, a lot of people who play X-Plane dump it under Flight Simulator. They should just change it and just have generic Flight Simulator. The scenery might have been incorrectly installed, so you might have to go to your scenery library to add them yourself. I had this with the older Aerosoft products, whereas the installer forced it into my FSX, even though I selected my P3D. On the installer for Heathrow, it was a P3D version, and I told it to install into P3D. So in theory, it should have worked correctly. Where did you buy the truck on your desk? Oh, they were sent. They were given to me. I didn't buy them. They were given to me. Black Knight made that one, and this one was sent to me recently, along with this thing. Little sock dog. Yeah, boy. There's other stuff over there which you can't see. But on top of my filing cabinet, another truck, well, a few more trucks and a train. Can't fit them all here anymore. Okay, let's try and remember how to do this. Departures and arrivals, let's go for... Actually, we're taking off at runway 27 left, I think is the runway I'm going to go for. 27 left to Heathrow. Departures and arrivals. Okay, now then, let's see if I've got myself. BPK7G is the SID I'm going to go for. I did a little bit of homework and worked out a flight plan. Finally got project cars on PS4, nice. There is no transition, so let's go to the legs page, I think. Is that next, if I remember? No, how do we do this? Departures, arrivals, that's it. Oh, how do we do this? Departure, BPK7G selected. No transition. Go to the route page. No. How do I put our legs in again? I thought it was just legs. You know the thing where you see oh, I'm so rusty on this thing. Will we have onboard snacks and drinks? Free nuts. Free nuts and milkshake on my flights, don't worry. Yep, flying alone. Control-Alt-Delete will help to reset this plane. I don't know why you're saying that, but hey, whatever. Can you have track eye on anything or just computer? What? That's the legs page. Hang on, somebody's pinging me. I can't remember how you program the legs on this thing, can you? Departure EGLL, BP7K, got that. It's just the next bit. How do I get to the next bit where I put the legs in? I can't remember. Press the next page on the RTE screen. Next page. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Helpful. Nice. We like that. Right, BPK to BPK. Then we're going to go M185, apparently. M185. Boom. And then CLN. Invalid entry. Clear that. M185. Why can't I go to CLN? Why won't you let me put my route in? I had a route planned and I can't put it in. Skill pilots in here. I tell you, I'm so rusty with this 737. It's amazing what you forget in 3 months. If you need legs, they're just below the hips. Ba-dum-tsh. Will you ever go on VATSIM? Yep. You was intimidated by it since March. You've logged in just over 100 hours. Yeah, I'm working towards it. CLN is most likely not in the nav database. Why would CLN not be in the nav database? Activate the route first, then click departures, arrivals, and set the SID stars and runways, then back to the legs page. Activate the route first, then... Okay. So activate that first, do I? Let's get rid of that. No, that doesn't work. Let me get Steve in a minute.
User was moved to your channel.
See if you can remind me.
Hello.
Hello. I've forgotten how to do this.
Okay, so give me a second.
I've got my route here. I've planned a route, but I can't seem to work out how to program it into this stupid thing.
Okay, have you put the SID and star in for each runway? You know, for departure arrival.
I put the SID in. I don't think I put the star in.
Okay, so if you click on departure arrival again, then this time select the arrival on the right hand side.
My arrival was...
Yep.
Let me go down. There we go. Star is red F1A.
Yep, and then select your runway.
Hang on. ILS DMA 27, which is that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then exact that, yeah?
Yes, execute that.
Okay, so in theory, I've put the departures, SIDs and stars in now.
Correct, yes. So now all you need to do is go into the legs page and just go next page, next page, next page. Check for any route discos.
Yeah, but I had a set of waypoints in my plan.
Yes. They should still be in there. They should still be in that legs page.
You reckon?
Mm-hmm. I can see them.
Yeah, but how would it know?
If you've loaded that route...
No, I didn't load a route. That's what I'm saying.
Right, okay.
I didn't load it. I was putting it in manually.
Okay, so click on INIT ref, then click... actually, no, just click on RTE and it should show.
RTE should show what?
Under CO route, does it say anything?
Nope.
Right, okay, so... okay, did you save the route to the folder that you created, or are you just inputting them all manually?
I'm inputting them all manually. Some guys, like on the right lines here in chat, is saying from BPK to Clacton CLN. Basically, somebody's saying my AirAC's wrong. It's not. My AirAC's update, and I've planned a route with the flight planner, and I've got the route here, but I didn't save it to load it. I just want to put it in manually.
Okay, fine, that's fine. So go to your route page, your RTE page, click on next page, and in there you need to enter each route or each waypoint into the right hand side.
Okay, so it's got BPK 7G,
you should already have
fine.
Yep.
Then BPK, that's fine. Then it should be going M185, and I can't see that here at all.
Yes, because you've not inputted it. So your last one should be red FA, correct? So you've got the BPK first, then you've got red FA, which should be part of your first route. So if you look on the list that you've got, you just need to type your next one into the keypad and put it where Sugol is.
Would that overwrite Sugal?
Yes. No, it'll move it down. So it'll allow you to input your route. Because at the moment, all it's got is your SID and your star. So you now need to put all those waypoints in.
Okay. So when you put things in here, it just inserts them. It doesn't actually
Correct.
overwrite
Yes,
them. Okay.
correct. The only time it'll overwrite is if you move one up from the bottom.
Okay, so it's going via BPK 7G, which is what I wanted to do, then to BPK. That's fine. Then it says direct. I'm not sure what that is.
Okay, direct means it's just going to go direct to that waypoint. It's not going to go via a height restriction or anything like that.
Okay. Then I've got M185, then CLN, and I don't see them here at all. So
okay, if you go down to the are they the only three that you've got?
I'm going to put M185 in here.
Okay.
So it does M185 there.
Screen.
M185
tell
9
you.
database.
Okay, so yeah.
CL.
Try the next one that you've got.
Okay,
in
CLN
list.
works.
Okay.
All right, direct to CLN. Then I'm going to try and go to L620. L620. Doesn't know what that is either. Why does it not know what all this stuff is?
It could be that the route planner's got an old ARAC version, or you could have an old ARAC version. I don't know.
I've updated my ARAC to the very latest. I think the route planner had an old ARAC. It must have.
Okay.
But I used
it
two
must
different
have, yeah.
route planners, and both of them came up with a very similar route. So this is bizarre.
Sometimes they don't get updated because these are all user-created routes. They're not actually, kept up to date all that much.
M185's an airway. It needs to go on the left. Somebody's saying. So hang on a sec. M185.
See, I don't know what route you've got, so I can't see.
Aha, there you go. That was correct. M185 is an airway, so that goes on the left.
Yep. And that should go next to your whichever one it is that you've put in.
Then CLN, hang on. CLN goes on the right. No, you scumbag. Maybe CLN's an airway as well. CLN. What the heck?
You've already got CLN underneath.
Yeah, but when I click on CLN to try and bring it up, it says nope.
I see what you mean. Type in direct and enter that into CLN.
M185 doesn't exist now, somebody's saying, but that can't be true because I've updated my ORAC. CLN is a Clacton VOR, yeah. So that's been taken. This is weird.
Yeah. I'm trying to think how you could do it now.
I don't understand. I've put M185 airway in, then want to put Clacton in, but it won't let me.
Okay. We'll
Right,
start.
Somebody's pasted the route in chat there. Can you see it? BPK.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. Right. Just let me
Then
copy that.
CLN. UM197 Red FA. I mean, that's roughly what I had. It's a little bit different though. But if you can copy paste that.
What, do you want me to create the route for you so you can just drop it in the folder and load it in?
I want to copy this thing. Let's put it. I got a notepad. Right, so we've got BPK, which we've got at the top. Then we've got to go to UQ295. That's interesting. Oh, that's on my second list.
Is your last waypoint Redford?
Yes, Redford, and then
Okay.
Red F1A is the star into the airport.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's bring that up. How do you do the entries with this thing?
You have to clear it. The CLR. If not, the delete.
Invalid delete.
If you want, I've got a file that I can send you. You just have to go to code.
I don't want a load of file. I want to know how to do this. MPR 1999. Not sure if you got
If you
my
want
money
to start
yesterday.
the route
PayPal
again from
wanted me to
scratch
resync
without
my
any
card.
subs or stars, click on RTE and then
With my accounts
click on
to my G2A refund. In today's news...
sorry, set the departure again. EGLL.
Hang on, Steve. Today's news, it must be bad they called off the Sailing American Cup in Portsmouth. Oh, yeah, the weather's not great, was it? Due to much rain and talking of water, we need to sail. You need water to sail. You do indeed, but I don't understand why they call off sailing because of the rain. Maybe it's the wind or something. Okay, what do I need to do?
To start the route again, click on RTE and set the departure again.
Somebody's saying overwrite M185 with UQ295. Let me do that. UQ295. Okay, I've overwritten M185 UQ295. Then we need to go to CLN. CLN.
Just waiting for it to catch up on my side.
Then we need to go to UM197. UM197. Nope. Nope, we can't go to that. Can't go to UM197 straight after CLN apparently. UM197. That should go here, shouldn't it? Invalid entry. You don't exec it, dude, until it's fixed. Great lunch break watching Squirrel and eating a sandwich. Anna Talons eating a sandwich while I struggle to program this thing's routing. This is why you should prep routes before you actually stream. But the problem is, everything went out the window.
No, you don't need to drag it up yet.
Paul, you can click on the erase button on the screen to enable keyboard input, which allows you to type instead of actually clicking it. Yeah, you can also hold on the tab key as well to do it. UM197 does not exist on this route. Okay, I've been told UM197 is wrong. It should be UL620. UL620. Okay, that works. This is hilarious. Building a route with people watching this stream. We should do this for fun. It's quite funny. We should just get people to just program the route in and see where it takes me.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I'm just wondering why that one's not... Because even I can't find the 197 airway.
No, it's UL620 apparently. I mean,
Yeah,
this is it,
fine,
because my computer won't accept it because I'm on the latest AirRack, but I think the problem is the route generating codes out there are all wrong.
Yeah, like I say, I can find that one now. The 620.
Yeah, 620 is fine. So on my original one, it said L620, but that's now called UL620. Okay, then we go to Redford, then Red F1A, then to... Why Sugol?
Sugol should be the start of your star. Let me double check. What star did you go for?
Well, I thought it was Red F1A.
Let's double check. Yeah, you should go to Redford, then Sul UT, and then Sugol. But if you've not got Suyul T, don't worry.
Well, I've got Red F1A as my star coming in.
Yes, that's where it should start at Redford, and then it should go to Sul. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's SULUT, and then it should go to Sugol. You can verify that if you click on legs and go next page, and it should show you.
Seagull. Does that look right to you now with that red for 1A and Sugol?
Yes. Can you click on the legs page and go to the? It's probably going to be the last page.
Last page is that one.
Just let it update.
You're allergic to nuts. Don't fly Squirrel Airlines if you're allergic to nuts, dude.
And just go back one more page, page 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks fine up on page 4, because then your Seagull is the last one.
Mm. You reckon that's fine then?
And yeah, there you go. At the bottom of page 3, you've got the SUL UT, which is the one that I was saying. So yeah, that's correct. So you can execute that. What runway are you landing on?
I'm landing on runway 27.
27.
Okay. I don't have any disco, so that's a good one.
Mhm. Did you set a transition?
Does it need one?
Well, I would say yes, because 27's on the other side of the airport. But looking at the transitions for this airport, yeah, you're probably better just flying, doing a 180, and yeah.
Hang on, which side of the airfield is it going to bring me in?
For runway 27, you're going to fly over the airport and do a left turn, 180, come in for 27, because runway 27, if you're landing on it, you're going to be heading west, and you're going to actually be heading east. You know, because you're coming from England, you're going to...
Well, go VFR and just follow the
you're
highway
heading
to
east.
AMS.
So to land, you're going to have to do a 180 to land heading west.
Let me have a look at the route on this thing.
You're probably best landing on 18 centre via Seagull.
Oh, I'm not messing about with that now, Steve.
No, I know.
It's like changing ILS frequencies and everything.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll give you a tip. It's a large airport. There's about 8 runways. Choose one.
There's about 8 runways. Just pick one and land.
Just pick one and land. But no, I mean, as you're heading in, you're going to be heading on a heading of approximately 110 degrees. So if you go straight up, fly straight over the airport for 10-15 miles, and then just do a casual 180 degree turn to the left, and it should bring you back in line with runway 27. You'll see it on the secondary display what you've got maximised.
Can you remember how to, like, on the PFD now? Well, not the PFD,
Yes.
on the nav.
To step through.
How do you step
on
through?
on the ethos panel, which is the one in the top right corner, top left corner. There's 2 rotary dials. The one on the left hand side, turn that one to PLN.
Yeah.
And then you can use the FMC. You should be able to step through. It should now say step on the lower right. And it's the bottom dial.
Yeah, it's a
oh yeah,
step
you've
on.
done that. Yeah, that's it. So now you can just keep clicking on step, and you'll see that you're already on page 2 of 5. So it's it's going to eventually get to the airport.
That's not too bad. It seems to take me past the runway and then just really bizarre
Yeah, it does.
U-turn.
Yeah, like I say, it's going to because you're not setting a proper approach path to it, because the transitions are pants. You're just going to fly straight over the airport almost and just do a casual turnaround.
That is the most bizarre landing approach. I'm going to be coming in at an angle of about 20 degrees or something.
Yeah, at this point, when you get closer to that, so maybe 20 miles away from the airport, just go off of LNAV, leave it on VNAV, because that'll do your descent rate down to whatever altitude you set, and just control the aircraft yourself with the heading select or left and right manual, just to give yourself a better approach. Because if you were to attempt that, by the time you get turned around, you're back over the top of the airport again. So,
Jihad Joe, thank you for subscribing. I'm trying to find Sabrina. Thank you for your support. Mufay, Jihad Joe. Thank you for your subscribing to the channel. Welcome. Thank you for giving me a nutty welcome, guys. Yeah, commercial airline pilots just wing it anyway. Correct. Flipping heck. Right. Right. Okay, that's the route set. And I've got to do my fuel. I actually didn't load this thing with fuel. I should have probably done that.
You've probably got 99% fuel, so you've got plenty.
We don't need that.
No. So menu and
2/3 fuel I'll do.
Yeah.
Even that's overkill.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, for the short flight.
Line ground connections. Wheel chocks removed. Set the wheel chock a second. Doors are all closed. That's fine. Do
you know how to do the rest of it?
I'm trying to remember now. So top left is the... Okay, that's the fuel weight, reserves. I'm going to go flight level 240. Unable to 80 knots at Redford.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's just that... Yeah, it's... Basically, you've got a speed restriction. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. And one limit. Right, flaps. Whoops. Let's click next page. Flaps 5. Giving us a trim 501. Blimey, that's quite low. Been watching for a while now. Just got around to subbing. Thank you very much, Jihad Joe.
Do your centre of gravity as well.
I've done that one.
Oh, okay.
Keep up the good work. Here's
delay
5 Dara. Dara, that's a new one. Thank you, Jihad Joe, for supporting. Okay, what have we got here? We've got a V2 of 121. So I'm going to set my speed here to... I'm going to go over like 130. 121, blimey. I think I might put my cost index a bit low. I got a V2 speed of 121, that's pretty low.
That's not bad. What are you in, the 800?
700.
Yeah, that's about right, because you're pretty light on fuel now. So that's fine. So you want to set your speed at about 130, because you go, plus 10, and then plus 5 on your landing.
So 4K. Put it on plus 10. Yeah, plus 10. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Alright, I think I've done the takeoff ref stuff.
Yeah, that looks fine.
Set your MCP to 1.
Just click on perf INIT, make sure you're executed.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 121 plus 5, I think. Sorry, do what?
Click on perf INIT, and then make sure it's
Form.
executed.
What are you seeing there?
On the FMC. Yeah, it's alright, it's executed. Although your 0 fuel weight looks low.
34.7.
Yeah, that seems a little low.
Well, it calculated it, not me.
It should be about 40 something.
48.6.
That's about right.
Okay, let's do that again then.
It should delete your V speeds.
Yeah, it has done. Cornwall boy, hello Paul, hope you're well. Haven't sent a div for a while, so here's a nice donation of $38.78 or £25 to you and I to put towards spending money for when you go to Germany. Oh, thank you, Cornwall boy. It's very kind. Keep up the great work, Elliot. Elliot, thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Germany's going to be expensive, but I think it'll be fun. Takeoff, flaps 5. Oh, that's better. Yeah, that's better. It's reset my... Oh, man. Why can't... My V1 speeds have all been reset, but it won't let me overwrite them on the right hand side.
Just type them in manually.
I think you should have a KLM Boeing 747. That's quite a big plane, but yeah, that'd be quite fun. 130 V1, V2. There we go. That's better. 138.
Yeah, now your centre of gravity is, what is it, 592, which is
43.
more accurate.
5.92 trim. What are we on? 5.92. You going to
So
tell me
yeah,
what you're on?
138 plus 10, so 140. Yeah, about 150. It sounds about right.
5.9-ish. It's about there. Okay, that's that bit done.
That's your FMC finished.
You think?
Yes. I've watched every little bit of things that you've done, and I'm like, yeah, that's right. When
Feels
you
like
were
something
having
else.
when you are having problems, well, actually, there's one more thing. On the autopilot, not on the autopilot, on the overhead, make sure you set your altitude that you're climbing up to.
Well, I don't know what the altitude to climb was. I don't know if there's a height restriction at Heathrow.
Well, I mean, your cruise altitude. So you said 240. So
4,000. Yeah, there's a 4,000 until a few miles out.
Yeah, you've got to be above 4,000. So
Okay, and then a 5,000.
if you click on legs and look on the right hand side,
Yeah, so I'm looking at.
yeah, so you've got 4,000, then 5,000 above. If you click next page, you want to see if there's any below.
There's a
It
6,000.
should
There's
be
no
B.
B on it, but there's a 6,000
Okay.
limit, I think.
No, it's not a limit. It just means that you're going to be at 6,000 when you reach that.
So you reckon I should just put the
It's-
altitude on 24 then?
You could just go straight up. You've got no. It looks like you've got 0 restrictions.
Interesting.
Actually, it is. It's going to hold you at 6,000, but it'll hold you automatically. It doesn't really matter. You can set it at 24.
That's better. Right.
And then just do the overhead one as well to 24.
Yeah, I've got to set that stuff up now and start
Yeah.
taking off. I've got to find the flipping runway on this thing. Find the Airbus A380.
Use the
Nice.
secondary display.
Let me get
See,
this.
it's behind. Well, it's to your 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
What is, sorry?
The runway.
To my... Yeah, I think I'm going to have to nose right and then go that way, but I'm not really sure which... I haven't got an orientation yet of where I am.
It looks like it's on your left.
What, as in going left and taking off to the right, or going right and taking off?
No,
right?
as you taxi out, you'd have to go to your left to get to the runway. If you look at the secondary flight display, the
Right.
virtual runway, it looks like it's just to your left, about 10 o'clock.
Let's get this show on the road, people. Imagine if it's a flight to Innsbruck. I love Innsbruck. I'm going to go back there. I'm just a bit rusty on the 737. It's coming back now, though. Right, let's get the seatbelt signs and stuff on. What else have we got to do? Fuel pumps are all on. I don't need to do anything because I wasn't powered down at the time. We'll go for a power down when we get to Schiphol and then see if we can bring the power back up then. I don't think there's anything else I need to do right now on the overhead. I think that's pretty much as it needs to be. Logo position. We're going to go in a second. Let me get my track IO reset and stuff. It's
Also,
been a bit
just
of
to
a
let you know,
bumpy
your
start.
leftover wing doors are open.
Did I leave a door open?
Yeah, both left over wing and right over wing.
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's just a bug in the game there.
No, the doors aren't open. I'll tell you why, because I loaded it to a normal state rather than the sort of powered down state.
Ah, right, okay.
So the panel state loaded and shut the doors basically.
Yeah.
Hang on, somebody else is saying they have 2 doors open. What?
Yeah, on the overhead it's showing that your doors are open. It's just the warning lights. They'll probably clear once you take off.
Well, I'm looking around the aircraft and I
know,
can't see
I've
any
just-
doors open.
I've just seen the same.
Left over wing, right over wing. What the
Yeah.
heck?
Don't worry about it. Like I say, it'll clear as soon as you take off.
Let's have a look at the doors in here. Entry over wing exits. No, they're all closed.
It's probably just a
Everything's
minor
closed.
glitch. Yeah, don't worry about it. Like I say, it'll clear as soon as you lift off.
I'm going to open it and close it and see if it fixes it. No, it's not. That is so weird.
Yeah.
That's strange. I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah, it'll just be a glitch, don't worry. Like I say, it'll clear. Or it should clear as soon as you take off.
Right.
But everything looks good. Your overhead looks fine. Just your lights, basically, but you can do them. Autopilot looks fine.
Yep, I think we're ready to rock and roll here.
Indeed. Good luck.
Well, if you click attend on the overhead panel where the seatbelt sign is, you can have a little chat with your passengers. Uh-huh. And what would I say to them? The door was open. No, it's not. Look, the door is definitely not open. The door is definitely closed. Right, let me have a look at the good old clock here. This is the one that starts the timer. There we go. Right. Now then, are the flap switch working? Oh, flaps actually works amazingly. Okay, I think we're ready for pushback, people. So let's get some lights going. And we shall start to move. Taxi lights. Come on, strobe. Menu, FS actions. Pinky Slinky Dinky. Ground connections. Wheel trucks removed. Hi Paul, I've been waiting all day for your stream. Nice to see you again. And you, Pinky Slinky. And is chat closed permanent for donations? Permanent? Yes. Have a good flight. Love from Pinky Slinky Dinky. Yes, they're calculated. We will be changing things over summer in a few weeks, but for now, yes, absolutely. Sir Spazzalot, 7 months in a row. Thank you so much for your support, sir. Watch for Flappy Birds. Angry Birds. Watch for Angry Birds, you mean. What was I about to do? Pushback. That's what I was going to do. Pushback. I'm going to go nose right. 90 degrees should do it.
And ground, cockpit. Go ahead, Captain. We're all set to go up here. We've been cleared to push and start at your discretion.
Push and start.
Roger that, ready for push. Power and air clear, doors closed. We are ready for pushback. Please park and brake, please.
Parking brake released.
Parking brake is on, clear to push.
Let's get this show on the road.
Brakes off, here we go.
Brakes are off, dude.
Push is complete. Set parking brake, please.
This thing is confused.
Set and pressure's normal. Okay, sir. Fill wires off. Pin is out. Watch the pin on the right. Alright, guys. Thanks. You're cleared to disconnect. We will be watching for the pin and the release from guidance on the right side of the airplane. And we'll see you guys next time through. Roger that. Have a good flight.
Now, was it me? Or did they not actually push me back? Alright, I'm going to put my parking brakes back on. I think my parking brake period... There we go. I think I know what happened. I think my toe brake was slightly on or something.
And ground, cockpit. Go ahead, Captain.
The pushback's built into
Go up here.
PMDG.
Cleared to push and start at your discretion. Roger that, ready for push. Power and air clear, doors closed. We are ready for pushback. Please park and brake, please.
Alright, releasing parking brake.
Okay, parking brake is off. Clear to push.
Come on.
Brakes off. Here we go.
Yay! I'm getting a pushback. Woo! This time they didn't lie. Actually, I should look that way and try and figure out where I'm going. If we are on a heading currently of... Oh, we're roughly 27, so we need to go to our right. I think I need to head right because runway 27, I'm facing roughly 27.
Yeah, and then there's a fence on your left as well, by the looks of it.
Yeah, what I mean is I need to go down here and turn right, go down to the end and then turn left, so I'm taking off 27.
Yes.
GSX, I don't have GSX installed at the moment. This is just the built-in PMDG pushback, so... The whole FSX community is here, Kappa. Man, I'm so rusty with this aircraft. Been flying that Alabao too long. No, only GSX gives you the towing vehicle, that's the thing. Put on the wipers. Put on the wipers if we can remember where the switch was. Up here on the overhead. Window heats. Are the wipers on the overhead, can you remember?
Yes, just next to the APU dial, to the right.
Ah, there they are.
You should see L wipers, then there's
Yeah, I've got
one
it.
directly right. It's for the right one.
Oh, that's only the right one. Really, really, really badly animating wipers.
Yes.
They're so bad. I can't take that. I've got to put that in intermittent. That is terrible.
Alright, brakes
I
are
hate
set
the noise
and,
as well.
pressure's normal.
You just hear it going all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
The noise and then the fact that it's like a 4-frame animation.
Guys, thanks. You're clear to disconnect. We will be watching for the pin and the release from guidance on the right side of the airplane, and we'll see you guys next time through.
Those flaps are at 5, that's good. Okay. Taxi lights on, strobe, anti-collision, wing is off. Middle well is off. Let's get moving. I think the axis adjustment on my brakes is wrong, people. Now I've got to find the taxiway down to runway 27. I have no idea where it is, and Heathrow's quite a big place, so this should be fun. Check your fuel. I loaded 2/3 fuel. I've got plenty of fuel. Way more than I need for these 2 runs. I've got Active Sky Live weather. This is exactly what the weather is like in England right now. It really is just chucking it down with rain all day long. I'm looking for the taxiway. That wing flex, guys, that wing flex. Did you see it? Look at that. Got all of that. Anybody else familiar with Heathrow? Ah, now we're getting some decent Heathrow scenery over there, look. That's better. Still not seeing proper taxi markers on the floor yet. Do you reckon we go this way? Down that way? That looks about right, doesn't it? Take a right here. Have fun flying into Eham, it's quite windy and cloudy. Oh yeah, man mode, weather engaged. True Hypol, does the window open? I think it does actually. It's really educating seeing all the steps you need to go through to be taken. You used to have like an old couple on a road trip I tell you what we're like. We're like hairy bikers of the sky. That's what we're like. Have you done this? Have you done that? GG, nice stream. Thank you. The scenery's weird.
I think, to be honest, I think you've got a mix between the two. I think you've got a mix between the UK 2000 and default. Because where you were parked, it was just, you know,
It's a bit of a mess, isn't it?
Yeah, but now, I mean, if you looked over on your left, you look at the terminal and everything, and that looks perfect, like UK 2000 does.
Okay, need to look at that after the stream. I'm just trying to get over to the flipping runway right now.
Mm-hmm.
Got real weather on, you should be landing on runway 6, not 270 EHAM, because the wind is at 0.9. Is it really? Is it really? Maybe I need to reprogram on the way up then. If you can you, Steve, can you figure out a 06 landing instead? Because somebody's saying that the current wind, and I've got active sky, the current wind's at 90.
Okay.
So
So you
runway
want
06.
06?
Well, from what he's saying, yeah. But I'd need the ILS for that as well.
Yep, no problem.
You think a 2-year-old painted that scenery? Yeah, I'm going to change it during flight. That's what I'm going to do. I think my scenery pack's messed up around here. This definitely doesn't look... This definitely doesn't look what it should look like. Put it that way. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Where the hell is the runway? Is this the runway here? I saw UK 2000 Heathrow.
Transition that will take you nicely onto the runway.
Maybe it interfered with the Orbex one.
Pretty easy to add to the FMC and the ILS code as well.
I think there's a runway here, but it doesn't look like a proper runway to me.
Yeah, it is a runway that you head into. You can see the poppy lines.
It's too small, look at it. What is that?
So it'll be on my side.
Some kind of dirt track runway.
Yeah, like I say, I think you're having a mix between two airport sceneries, possibly.
Something's
It
not
could
right.
be, is it Orbex? Could be higher up in the list, and it just needs to be bumped down a little bit, maybe.
Yeah,
We'll have a look afterwards if we get time.
I'll try taking off on this.
Yeah, good luck. Do you want to set the transition up after you get airborne then?
Yeah, I'll do that when I get airborne, if I get airborne.
Sounds good. You will, it's easy.
Yeah, well, yeah, not when you're on a runway like this. Look at it.
It's like, yeah. Good luck.
So, guys, this could go horribly wrong. Just saying, just putting that out there. Check everything here. All lights are on. 143 takeoff speed. Auto throttle armed. LNAV VNAV armed. Where are we going? We're going to Schiphol. Is where we're going. But this runway, I'm assuming my scenery's being blended incorrectly because I've messed something up in my scenery config, and I'll fix it after the stream. But this is probably a tarmac runway in the game. But I may end up down there in a big fireball. You never know. It could happen. Flaps at 5. Rejected takeoff. Brake. Auto brake is armed. Okay, rudder's operational. I think we're good. I think we are ready. Actually, where's the wind? Why am I not getting any wind information? That's weird. Why am I not getting any wind information here?
He's on the ground. It normally doesn't.
Devious!
Update
Hello,
until
Paul.
you're
Just a little something for your outstanding streams and YouTube content. You are very, very generous. Thank you. You're on runway 27 right, not left. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
If you're running
Enjoy your Pulsar Lost Collie. Would you recommend it as a buy?
real
Thanks.
weather,
If you've
give me
got
a
good
second,
friends to play
I'll
it
tell
with.
you exactly what it is.
It is massive work under progress. I did a developer interview. I'll make a video and listen to what they say. I'm going to go for it. Here we go, people. Hold on to your butts. I just hope there's enough runway left. Come on, let's have some V1.
V1. Rotate.
Oh, we got rotate. That's a good sign. Okay, we have positive climb. That's good.
So your speed's updated now.
Oh, the gear is up. I just about caught the camera there for you. We need a higher climb right than that. Pull them back. Let's get out of this awful weather, shall we? Altitude is going up. Bye-bye, Heathrow! We are airborne! Should be climbing a bit higher than that. Okay, let's see if we can get the... Command A. Oh, game froze. Are you kidding me? Why's my game froze? No, don't crash! Oh, it came back. Okay. That's random. Well, we keep flaps at 5. Oh, what the hell? It just froze again. Keep flaps at 5 until we get airborne properly. I think it's something to do with the... I've seen this before. I think it's something to do with the active sky when it's thundering and lightning weather. Okay, flaps are coming up. If we get out of this rainy weather, it should be okay. Oh, it's frozen again, you see it? It's some kind of weather scenery change. Oh man. That's really bad. Never used to do that. Okay, another thing to fix after the stream. So we just took off out of Heathrow. We're now circling north of London. Because Heathrow is on the west of London, in case you don't know. We're taking off in a clockwise direction. So we're flying north of London now, climbing. London will be on our right down there. That is some serious weather going on up here. This is what the weather's like up here over Heathrow right now. Fun stuff, huh? Okay, what's our altitude? 5,000. Okay, it's going to keep weirdly freezing. Let's lock the gear. White lights, taxi lights off. Leave landing lights on until hit 10k. Gear is locked, flaps are off, throttle down. Okay, why have we lost VNAV? Weird. Don't really know why we just lost VNAV, but we did. Liking the Pulsar videos, that game looks great. Yeah, the next one's fun. You'll like the next one. Look at this! English weather down there. Look at it up here. It's lovely. We should just live up here. Above the clouds. Oh, come on, game. Stop freezing. What the hell? Yeah, you can let go of your butts and eat your nuts. I think we can turn the wipers off, actually. Don't think we need the wipers now. 8,000. Oh, it's beautiful up here. I need to look at my active sky textures. There's something not right here. Keep getting that freezing going on. Get that fixed. Tell Steve I would like to have some beer and side nuts. Steve, I think the people in chat seem to think that you're working out back there serving nuts and beer.
Yeah, I've just realised that. Somebody asked if I was serving the drinks, and I'm like, okay.
What's the hotkey to save game? Can you remember?
Semicolon. Is it semicolon?
Oh, sorry.
It's the one next to L.
Save flight. Let's give it a better name. Skip-all. Let's give it a name of Skip-all. There we go. Okay, is this coming back anytime? Skyward, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Nut House. Let me just give it a little move fade. Thank you for subbing, sir. Thanks for giving me a nutty welcome, guys. Thank you so much. It is beautiful up here. Actually is really, really pleasant. Now, you notice the frame rate top left is 30 FPS. And that's with pretty good detail. I do have a little scenery bug down there at Heathrow. I've also got a bug that seems to be causing slight frame like that for no apparent reason. Yeah, we're going to turn seatbelts now off so you can take your trip to the toilet or whatever you're trying to do. Turn off all the landing lights and stuff. Seatbelt signs are off. Feel free to visit the toilet or whatever you want to do during this flight. We are en route to Schiphol. Yeah, I've been to Scotland. It's lovely. Your hair in a bun and your makeup on. Best seat in the house, people. What's that?
I would just say asking if I were alright to speak. I don't know if you're reading deliveries or anything.
Reset MCP altitude. Why? I'm on 24k. That's weird.
Just ignore the command from FMC.
What's that?
Just ignore the error on the FMC.
Yeah. I am doing, because I don't see what the problem is right now.
No, I don't either. You're flying, so... Yeah. Now we're just going to say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board Squirrel Airlines. And, yeah, it's going to be bumpy.
Welcome on board Squirrel Airlines. This is Steve. I'm your cabin crew for this evening.
Indeed.
We're serving nuts and milkshake and nuts.
But on a serious note, the reason FSX, or not FSX, the reason P3D is freezing, we need to change the value. It's not using all of your RAM at the moment.
That's weird because it never did that before. It's been working absolutely fine.
Yeah, it's the PMDG. PMDG uses quite a lot of RAM, so we'll just change that afterwards. I've wrote it down so I'll remember.
Just doing it again. This is so annoying. Haul is 16 plus VAT. It's quite a big tax you've got there. What's it going to do? Right, let's reprogram the leg stuff. Go here.
Yep. So to redo, well, you're not going to redo anything. You're just going to add to it. So in the FMC, if you click on departure arrival, this time you're going to choose the arrival for Schiphol.
Yeah.
And
ILS
you're going to choose, ILS 06. Star is your red for 1 alpha, same as before.
Yeah. Transition.
And you should have a transition of sub to alpha.
RIV to Alpha.
No, you should have SUG to Alpha.
Oh, yeah, that's on the next page. Yep, got it.
Yep, and click on legs page.
I don't exec that first, no?
You can do, yeah. So whilst you're on the legs page, if you switch your secondary flight display to the plan page on the ethos panel again, and just step through and make sure that it looks okay. Obviously make sure you get rid of any of this goes.
It seems to come in quite nicely at 06.
Yep, it's just updated. That looks exactly how I've got it, so that's fine. You've got no root discos, brings you round quite nicely actually.
Indeed. Do you know what the ILS is?
Yep, indeed. One second. The ILS frequency is 110.55. 110.55.
Okay, that's in nav 1.
Okay. You want to be at about about 3,000. Yeah, 3,000 feet ish before you do that final turn.
Deadman J 1990. Thank you so much for subscribing. Is that a sub or a resub, Deadman? Deadman J. Welcome to the house. Sabrina welcomes you with a moon fade. Thank you for your support. Thanks for giving a nutty welcome. The P3D that I bought was the $200 one, the commercial one. Sorry about this freezing, guys. Steve says it's something to do with PMDG's memory usage and I need to change a setting. That's a view, isn't it? Well, that's a better one. I like that view. I think we're about to reach top. Yeah, we're approaching 24k, so that beep was when we passed 23. Take off plan now. So we're throttling back for a cruise.
Did you see the message that Mach 94's put?
No, hang on. Oh, the stutter is most likely FSU IPC autosave because it's happening every 60 seconds. I bet. Oh, I missed it. What does it say?
It says the stutter is probably FSU IPC's autosave. It's happening every 60 seconds.
Right.
Because you've got the interval set at 60 seconds.
Okay.
You can change that within FSU IPC.
What's the options? Miscellaneous. I have no idea where the autosave there is. Autosave every 60 seconds. How many to keep?
Yep.
10.
Just disable it if you can.
Turn it off. Let's see if that fixes it.
Yep.
That fixes it. That guy deserves a bag of nuts. Another one. For free. We'll find out in 60 seconds.
There it is.
That would be terrible if that autosave caused that.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a 4-second stutter.
It's basically it's saving the whole PMDG within the save. That's
What?
why you've not. That's why you've not had it when you've been flying other aircraft.
It just stuttered again, but micro stutter. Let me go external, right? I'm pretty certain it just did it again, but a micro stutter. You can see the top layer of clouds there. This will help to see when it's froze.
I saw that first one.
Barometric pressure to standard, that's a good call. Let me do that in a second. I just want to see if we get that stutter. Look at what I've got, guys. I've not had one of these for ages. A mince pie. It's not done it so far. This is P3D. I think I need to update the stream title actually. In fact, let me do it now. I'll update the... I think that's fixed it. We'll put P3D in the title. Hello, Stephen. P3D back in the cockpit. We are flying. I'll put the airport codes in here. EGLL. EHAM. UK Dan 86. EDF. Something to help you feel old? Alright, here we go. The young girl who played Matilda is 28 years old today. Great Steve. My god. Really? Thank you, UK Dan. That is quite shocking. Yeah, that seems to have fixed it.
Yeah, I don't see any stuff.
I'm not seeing a stutter yet. So, bag of bananas to that guy and a bag of nuts complimentary from Squirrel Airlines. Thank you so much for that, Matt. Awesome tip. I was going to do something. Somebody reminded me to do something back in the cockpit, and I said I'll do it in a sec. Dang it.
Anti-ice, maybe?
No, it wasn't that. I'm going to
Seatbelts.
Oh, seatbelts are off. Was it the MCP altitude, possibly?
No, you've set that. Well, you can change it. You can change it down to 3,000 if you wanted to.
Pressure, that was it. Barrel
cruise
pressure.
altitude. Your pressure's already at 24, so...
No, I had to go to standard instead of barrow.
Ah, right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on standard now. That's fine. That was it. Paul been using Apple Pay? Don't think so. No, I don't need to at the moment. Okay. Good so far. Yeah, cruising.
Hey, you didn't crash.
It's so much nicer
Yeah.
when it doesn't stutter.
Yeah. There's also a few other tweaks. I don't know how different Paired is to FSX, so we'll have to have a look at the configs.
Config wise, I don't know. It's already tweaked quite a lot. So that's what's getting me a solid 30 FPS. Paul, you're my hero. Thank you. Natalie Portman played Matilda in a film called Leon. Well, there you go.
I'm a little bit disappointed you've not installed the Squirrel logos.
Steve, today, right, let me tell you what this afternoon's been, right? This afternoon has been me frantically trying to get a flight plan together, get my EasyDock camera set up, because none of them were set up for the 737 on P3D, so I had to do all of that. Then I had to download some liveries for this, which I did with the PMDG livery manager. Then I found out that my rudder pedals weren't working. All that had been messed up with my throttle stick. And then I had to start my stream, which I did at 6:20, while still not having my controls fixed. So, yeah, I didn't get round to that bit.
Alright, no worries.
It's been, like, from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock, it's just been mayhem. That wind farm down there, guys.
Was that a wind farm?
Yeah.
Down below?
Yeah,
I wondered what they were, and I was like, what the hell is that?
I'll tell you what, when you're flying out of the UK down near me now, because when I flew over to Sweden I saw it, just off the east coast here, there are huge amounts of offshore wind farms, like massive ones. Will you do OMSI soon? Yeah, but I've got to work out what buses and routes to drive next. That's the thing. Get an academic license to P3D for $60. Yes, as long as you qualify. It's up to you to decide if you qualify. I had to get the professional one because obviously I use it for more professional purposes. So an academic wouldn't do me. The only problem is like if you have the PMDG for FSX, then you have to buy it again for P3D, which I thought was very nice of PMDG, but what are you going to do? So yeah, I had to buy this thing twice off PMDG. Once for FSX and one for P3D. Photonic, well that's an opinion, that's fine. It is, you know, Lockheed Martin don't sell it as a consumer product as such in the same way that FSX was sold as a consumer product. They sell it more for professional purposes. Hence the higher price tag. You got the problem because you couldn't justify the academic. Fair enough. I think at the very least they should have given people who purchased PMDG on FSX, they should have given them a hefty discount to get it on P3D. I don't think they could justify a full price tag again. I think that's a bit out of order. You're a noob in FSX, so barely know how to take off. Taking off's the easy bit. Is there a Concorde for P3D? I don't know if there's one specially for the P3D. You could get the FSX one to work. There's an FSX migration tool, and you just turn it on when you install an FSX product and then turn it off again, and that installs it into P3D. It does some magic behind the scenes to basically trick the installer into thinking it's installing FSX and then installs into P3D instead. Let's get back in the cockpit here. Wow, a bit of turbulence there. What altitude do we need to come down to? Is it like 4K or something? Schiphol was... So we'll go 3. Schiphol, you're supposed to intercept the flight path at 2000, I think, so we'll go with 3. Let's try that. Out into the sea! Let's have a look at that way. Oh, that's a nice view. Look at that reflection. Look at that sea texture there. Look at that. That is superb. You had a banana butty today. What was it like? Did you like it? Paul, are you having fun because you're not allowed to according to the P3D license? An ILS approach has been enabled with auto land the plane. What I tend to do is get the ILS lock and then we're on final, disengage the autopilot and take it down manually. That's what I tend to do. Yeah, EDDF is Frankfurt, correct. We're going to Frankfurt. Correctamundo. Schiphol, then we'll be taking off from Schiphol, going up down to Frankfurt. Let's see you try the Airbus A380. I'd like to, and I will do, but each aircraft takes quite a while to learn. So, I don't want to change up too many aircraft right now, that's the thing. What I'd like to do is get the 737 knowledge up, big enough to get on VATSIM. Then do VATSIM in the 737 and then start looking at other aircraft. I love the banana butty. Nice. Can I subscribe with a smartphone? You can if you click on that link, follow it through. There's no reason why you can't. Oh well, throttling down here. Let's get this one up onto the progress page. Hang on, that's not enabled. Oh, I had the flight director turned off. Top of descent in 3 nautical. Right, just about approaching top of descent now.
Okay, you've reset the auto. Double check the overhead. Make sure that the overwing lights are on.
For what?
You know how when we were on the ground you had the overwing
with the wing
for
lights.
the doors? Yeah.
Wing lights are now on.
No, the overwing doors. You know when we were...
Oh yeah, sorry, the lights have gone off.
Yeah, so it's just a bug. And I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Well, you should start with turboprop, then go up in the rankings. Well, I've got the Dash 8 Q400, but that's a turboprop. But that again is another aircraft that's quite complicated to learn. So the ones I'd like to learn are the Dash, the 737 and the Airbus. If I could get those done to a competency level, I'd be happy. Is there much difference between the 737 in FSX and the PMDG? It's kind of like chalk and cheese. It's just a world apart. They really are a world apart in simulation. No, the joystick does not have force feedback. But technically this is called a HOTAS, not a joystick, but it doesn't have force feedback now. It has springs in it. This is solid metal and it weighs a ton. But it doesn't move when you push it. We're flying the 737-700 NGX from PMDG. That's what we're flying. We are descending already. Actually, we should be able to see land soon. It's beautiful. Look at them clouds. They're gorgeous. Your dad made an Indian spice lamb shoulder with Bombay potatoes. Oh, I love that kind of food. That'd be, honestly, I would really enjoy that. I don't know, programmer. I don't use FSX on Steam, and I've never used it. How can a simulator looks good? Mine looks like FS 2002. With a lot of config tweaks, a very good graphics card, and P3D with a lot of texture packs and stuff, then it'll look like this, which is pretty much photorealistic if you look at it. I'm getting a new dog. What should I name it? It depends what kind of dog it is. There are some names that don't suit certain dogs. Like, you can't buy a Rottweiler and call it Fluffy unless you're being funny about it. Let me just check the MCP doesn't want resetting. Enable 2 knots at Seagull. Okay, so we've got to put the speed brake on. Did I not? There we go, speed brake. I had a button for it, I thought I did. Well, the weather so far over here is a lot better, but I've been told that it's raining down in Schiphol, so we'll see. How long have you been on YouTube and Twitch? Actually, July... It's July now, isn't it? I think July 2011 was when my YouTube channel was created. So, 4 years on YouTube and 2 years as a partner on Twitch, but about 2.5 years on Twitch. A bad name to call your dog is Stay. No, a really bad name to call your dog is Sickum. You have a beagle named Cashew. You see, that works. I think that works. Some names work, some names don't. No, it's a 737-700. Are you going to do a 4-year anniversary on YouTube? I don't have time. I've got just over 1 week, and then I'll be heading off to Germany for a week, going to Gamescom, and having a bit of a holiday. Then I'll be back. No time to make anniversary YouTube videos. This game is a simulator, and I don't believe you can get it on console, no. It's just too much power required. What's your cloud draw distance in active sky? I don't know off the top of my head. I want you to crash. That may happen. It may well happen. We'll see. It depends how windy it is down there. Heard anything from the BBC? Nope, it's all gone quiet. To be honest, I'm not fussed. I don't think I'd get anything out of it anyway, so whatever. Look at the pilot here. He was looking at me then. Did you see him? He turned and looked at me. I'm not a pilot in real life now. I do YouTube and Twitch as a full-time job. It's not raining here in Amsterdam. Not expecting rain for an hour. You'll have a dry runway. Okay. Suits me. Should I get the simulator? Only get into flight simming if you're willing to spend money. Because it will cost you money one way or another. Your dog is called Smeagol and is a French bulldog. Oh my god. But you look like a pilot. How can you look like a pilot? Apart from when you're in the uniform. I should get one of those jackets. I should totally get one of those jackets with the, you know, the pilot things. I need to do that. Where can I get one from? Do you experience turbulence? Oh yes, you really do. You experience turbulence, you experience crosswinds, slippy runways, ice. Oh yeah. A lot of money to part for one plane. Well, the thing is, it's one very, very, very well modeled plane. So you could spend the next year flying this plane for that money and really enjoy yourself doing it. You could get to know it really well. So it's not a lot of money if you look at it that way. It's not. Put it this way: don't think that flight simming is a bit like, you know, like playing Forza and you buy some cars, drive them for a bit, and buy some more. It's not like that at all. With flight sim, you buy an aircraft like this, and then you spend quite a long time learning how to fly it properly, and then even longer enjoying it. So in that respect, it's good value for money. Nice background. Yeah, it's a truck background. I haven't got one for a cockpit yet. Is a simulator based on real airplane technique? Can you fly a real plane to master the game? Yes, absolutely. So this aircraft from PMDG is officially licensed from Boeing, and it's been test flown by real pilots to make sure that it is accurate. That's the level of simming you're at when you're flying this thing. You're pretty far away from a lot of sims. You're properly into the sim market. How much does this aircraft cost you? I think, off the top of my head, it's $80 for the 8-900 series, and then you have to spend another $25 to get the 6-700 add-on. This is a 700. You can't buy this one. You have to buy the 8-900 and get this as an add-on. So yeah. I see the Squirrel Airlines have got some technical plane issues. They're hiring from KLM. Can you go lower? I want to see the Earth. We are on a flight plan. We don't just fly down because you want to see the Earth. We are descending towards an airfield here, an airport, Schiphol. This is the flight plan. You can't descend too quickly. You'll pick up too much speed. You're missing out on real force feedback and G-forces. Yeah, but when you can fly this, you can always go and spend some time in a proper simulator. Proper cockpit simulator, and then get, you know, take it to the next level, and people do that all the time. I have the Aerosoft Airbus package. Should I get the base package or the NGX for FSX? Get the base package. The base package is the 8-900. That's the bigger aircraft. If you want to fly the smaller one, which is this one, which is more meant for sort of, you know, European destinations, like shorter hops, then you want the 6-700 add-on. The 8-900 is your long haul, you know, all the way over to America and back, that kind of thing. Can the game teach you how to fly? It doesn't teach you how to fly, but you will have to learn how to fly to play it. Look at the sky, it looks beautiful. Gorgeous. We'll be banking right shortly, so Amsterdam is over there somewhere. We'll be banking right, swinging down like an S-bend like that to runway 06. If you auto-landed, you get close to runway, the plane's auto-land system calls you a retard, meaning you turn off the autopilot. No, the retard means it wants you to slow down, which means hit the retard. Love your YouTube channel, mate. Thank you very much. This is a Boeing. It doesn't do that. He wants to become a pilot IRL, but just put off by the cost. It's £90,000 to become fully qualified pilot. Not quite, Bob Chuckle. If you want to get your private pilot's license in the UK, it'll set you back about 10 grand to get your private pilot's license. If you're talking about a commercial license, then you're better off getting a company to train you. There's land. It's looking beautiful. You back yet, Steve?
Yeah, I am. What can I help you with?
Nothing. I'm just seeing if you're back.
Yeah.
I can see land. Oh, it looks gorgeous out my window right now. Wow, what a view.
Clouds look really good with the ASN and Rex.
Yeah, it looks properly nice outside.
Indeed. I'm glad I bought Active Sky Next. I mean, I had Rex, but everyone was saying, oh, you need to get ASN, you know, it improves it tenfold. And I agree, it really does.
Yeah.
It also allows the weather radar in the PMDG to work. So if you, on the ethos panel, if you click the WIX, it should show the weather, if it's raining.
WIX, do you mean WXR?
That's the one, sorry.
It's not showing anything yet.
It only shows when it's raining or thunderstorms, which it is, or it was in Heathrow. So you might be better leaving it on and seeing what happens.
I'm going for 3,000 altitude on the approach. Does that sound about right for this thing?
Yes, correct.
Okay. ILS has been programmed in. Trying to think what else I need to do.
That's about it.
Let's see, what's my landing speed?
If you click on I90 ref on the FMC and click on flaps 30 twice, it should put it into the box below whatever the speed is plus 5. And
hang on. Flaps 30 is that one, 136 knots.
Yep, so you want to land at around 141.
136 it says plus 5. Actually, I've got an 18 knots crosswind. Oh my god. Oh my god, I've got a straight 90-degree crosswind. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh dear.
Also, you pressed the terrain button and not the WXR.
Yeah, I thought I put terrain on because WXR wasn't working. Okay, so I need to land at 141. Do I put that into speed now?
No, you'll not be able to do that until you're locked onto the approach. So you should be now turning near enough parallel to the runway. Well, not parallel, but 90 degrees to the runway.
Oh, it's just frozen
so
again.
Okay.
That's all I know.
So when you reach that next waypoint that's in front of you now, when you finish the turn, if you press APP, it should lock you on as soon as you go onto that final turn onto the extended runway line.
Yeah.
When it locks on, that's when you'll be able to adjust the speed. But hopefully by that point you've probably got 10 degrees of flaps. You know, you're getting ready to put you can't. Well, you can put your gear down when you're ready, but yeah, you'd normally do it 10 mile, 5 mile final.
The wind is 808 knots. No, the wind is 140 at 15 knots, though. It's a 15 knot crosswind. It's going to be nasty. Oh no, the passenger lights are on, dude. You should be sat down.
That wind could change when you get closer to the ground.
It's not a good, nice crosswind at all.
Yeah. Do you want to change your terrain thing? Put WX. You've put terrain on instead, haven't you?
Alright, I'll put WX on. Yeah. Don't know if it's showing anything.
It should show it on the secondary flight display.
What is
like I
our
say,
course? Is it 60?
Your course will be 058 will be the course.
Okay, we're on RTO, to speed 230, flaps 10 soon, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you can put flaps 10 or flaps 5 now. Then when you're actually in line with the runway, just put your gear down and dump the flaps.
Still got the speed brake on, I should probably turn that off now.
Yes.
Come on, speed brake. Why won't you go off? Damn, speed brake button's not working.
I believe you can use the backslash on the left-hand side of the keyboard.
I've done it manual. Right, flaps 5 currently. We've got ILS, I can see the diamonds have appeared.
Yep, so press your APP.
Armed approach. Just go for speed
Yep.
now.
Yep, so then lower your speed down to, what was it, 141? Which was...
Yeah, do I have to press the speed button to do that?
No, it does it automatically.
It's not on
Because
yet.
it will do when it locks on. So
Okay.
as soon as it locks onto the ILS.
Yep.
So I can just hear that you've just got to 1,000 above 3,000, so it's
Yep.
fine.
Yes, we have a very strong crosswind. This is going to be interesting. Very, very interesting.
You can also press V for Victor or B for Bravo, whichever one it is that resets the altimeter.
Yeah, B. I think we want to be back on barrel now, yeah. We got that. Okay, we are coming round for final. This is going to go horribly wrong. We know it is.
Have faith.
Landing's the hardest part. IRL full stop. Not... Right, 163. What did I say the speed was? 131?
141 is what you need to land at.
141. Oops, not happy about that.
Is it flashing a digit?
I want to my gear down.
Oh right, yeah, the warning horn.
Wow. This is going to be fun. Right, in a minute, guys, we're going to turn off manual and we're going to land this. You can't see an airfield. You can't see Pappit lights there. 2,500. Is everything armed? In theory, I should have Command B armed as well. Just worried I've forgotten something. You can see the crosswind. Did you see that then? Look at the angle. Look at that. It's coming in like doglegging it. Okay, I'm going to bring this up, put it over here. Just to make it a bit easier. Disengage autopilot. Right, we're on manual. Have you got your parachute, guys?
Don't forget disengage your auto throttle.
Yeah, it's done, Steve. drifting because that crosswind is blowing us left. I'm having to rudder compensate for this. This is quite nasty. I'm still slightly left of the runway right now. Okay, landing gear is down. Flaps are at maximum, we're back on target. That crosswind's turned into more of a headwind now, which is okay. I'll take that.
Total still.
Little low. Gone too far. Have to crab back again. Because I was expecting that crosswind, and then it's turned into a forward component. I've gone slightly off, so I'll have to rudder twist it as we come in. I didn't arm a speed brake now. Too late now. Unless anybody knows the hotkey for arming the speed brake real fast, and it's not getting armed. You guys have got no faith. Shift and backslash. Well, I'm not pressing that.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Right. We didn't crash. We'll take that. Nobody spilt the milkshake. That's the main thing. Let's vacate this runway. That was not easy. Let me tell you, that wasn't easy. We've arrived at Schiphol. Let me slow down a little bit here. Whew. Not bad at all. Let's get across this runway. At least the scenery pack here is
Ladies
working
and
properly.
gents, welcome to Schiphol. Stay in your seats.
Yeah, this scenery pack here is working nicely.
It is, and that were a nice landing.
Okay, let me get across here. I'm not sure. I'm going to go to one of those gates on the right over there, I think. You've been on a plane landing in a blizzard. No thanks. I want to do the overhead lights, but it's a bit difficult. At the moment. Right, let me do it now. Put the collision back on steady. Taxi lights are on. Pretty smooth. Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad. I'm a little bit rusty, but you could definitely feel the pressure when you were coming in. I kept it reasonably on ILS approach. The landing was a little bit. It wasn't super smooth. I didn't grease it, put it that way, but it wasn't hard. It was a reasonable landing. Probably give it 7 out of 10. Whoa, what the heck's going on with the scenery on the floor? Gate B32, that's where we're going. We'll go here. Parking brakes are set. What else have we got to do here? Anti-collision lights down for now. Logo light, wing lights come off. Seatbelt signs can go off. I've still got the speed brake on. Yeah. Was it shift and backslash? They should normally get disabled as you're taxiing off. Yeah, and the other thing I should have done while I was taxiing was put the APU on, which I need to put on now. So let's start the APU up. That takes a little bit of time to get going. Well, that was alright, I landed.
Indeed.
The main thing. You have to trade squirrel lines of KLM.
Nice flight all in all.
Well, it was quite nice weather as well. I mean, that crosswind actually turned as I was approaching in final. It became almost a 10-knot headwind, rather than an 18-knot crosswind, which was scaring the life out of me. But it also meant that I drifted off ILS because I was still ruddering at that point when I realised.
Yeah, I mean, it normally does change when you get closer to the ground, and I think FSU IPC has some part to play in that. You know, that changes the wind speed or limits the wind speed.
Start the APU up. It's not starting. I don't think
No,
I've
you've
got
got a
fuel.
fault. You've got a fault on there. So just turn it off and then go hold it in the start position. Yeah.
Is it because I haven't fed it with fuel or something?
No, it's got fuel. I don't think it started properly. So just turn it to off position, then turn it to on, then hold it at start for a couple of seconds.
Next time, view your replay, you'll see it was smooth. Thank you. I've got to get the next one programmed in. I suspect the next one I've got is wrong. I don't suppose you could do a quick route to EDDF, could you? One that works, because I expect this one doesn't work. Right, that's the exhaust temperature there. You see it goes up to about 800, comes down to about 400. Once we've got that, we'll switch on to...
You wanted to take off the runway that you've just landed on?
Well, you had a headwind, so yeah, so it was 6
at least you know,
wind.
Yeah, at least you know where it is.
I was flying down to Frankfurt, Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot, and I was going to land on 25 left, but I don't know if it still will.
I'll get the latest winds.
Yeah, we're flying to Germany next. That's the plan. I just need to remember how to do this. I need to get the APU bus power. APU gen on. Hang on. Why am I not getting APU power?
Okay, so you've got a choice. You can either land with a direct headwind, or you can land with a crosswind. but here's the thing.
Right.
You can land with a headwind manually without ILS, or you can land with a 90-degree crosswind with ILS.
Crosswind with ILS.
I thought that would be the answer.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, I'm going to
crosswind sounds like fun anyway.
Right.
Can you just like see my overhead here? I can't get the APU power.
It's already done. You've already activated it.
But it's not got a light on in the middle.
No, because you've clicked. If you click on, you see how the two gen buses for engine 1 and engine 2, those blue lights are basically telling you that they're generating power, but you're not using it.
Oh, okay.
So if you were to flick those two switches down, the APU power should come on, or the light should come on because it's generating power, but you're not using it. So it's generating power. You can shut the engines off.
Cool. Let's kill the engines, guys, and the easiest way to do that is to just cut the fuel, which is here and here. That should flick to this now. If it doesn't, we're in trouble. That's getting power from the APU, it's fine. Sweet. I think we're getting power from the APU. I hope I've done that right. Okay, so we're currently now at Schiphol. And that's it. I heard that then. I knew something was wrong. We should be on APU power. There we go. That's better. I knew something wasn't right. We'll be taking off shortly. This is real time. So this is actually 20 past 8 UK time, 20 past 9 in Schiphol. I suspect we'll be getting into the evening by the time we land in Germany. Should be a night landing probably. Could be fun. We'll see. Okay, so next one. So this is a longer flight. What do you think about altitude?
It's 291 nautical, so I would say
28 maybe?
28, yeah, 28, 30 seems ideal enough.
Let's go 28.
Okay, sounds good.
28,000 altitude going back out. Now play Rocket League. What?
We'll be able to shorten that within the FMC as well.
You turn on the APU
it's
air
quite
bleed.
a long final, that.
That's what I need to do. I need to turn off some of this stuff, don't I? APU bleed on.
Okay, I'm good to pass message when you're ready.
Turn these off. Okay, I think you're supposed to leave just that fuel pump on, if I remember. The one here, just to fuel the APU, I think, is what you're supposed to do. Has to be actually, it needs to be a forward, not an aft. Yeah, you're supposed to leave the forward pump on because it wears out quicker and it's easier to replace than the aft one or something like that. Leave the packs on, perfect. Yeah, I'm still getting used to all that stuff. Can you fly to Southend Airport? I will at some point, but not today. Admire your patience learning all the details of flight sim. Thank you, John. Some people understand learning as a process, some people don't. Some people just expect you to know everything, and I clearly don't know everything, but then nobody else does. VATSIM makes it real awesome. Yeah, I'm going to work my way to VATSIM this year, definitely. Your takeoff is decided by the wind conditions, not direction of flight. Okay, that was to somebody else. Are you going to let your passengers off? I probably should let my passengers off. That's a good point, actually. Let me do that. FS actions. Let's go for doors. Hang on, let's get the... We'll get the air stair out because we haven't got the GSX installed. So we'll go next page. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think I've got GSX installed. I don't think I have. Overwing... entry forward. Is that the one with the air stair? Ground connections. I should have chocks on, actually. I should have done that already. Doors, pushback. Does this aircraft not have the air stair on it? I don't think it doesn't seem to. I can't see the slot here. What was the ticket to get the... Actually, there's no jetty anyway, so... Those textures are freaking out. Look at this. Okay, well that'll let people off, but they'll have to jump. I hope they're happy with that. Master caution light. Okay, we got everything nailed here. KLM don't have those. Is it KLM or is it because of the 737-700? You have to enable it in the aircraft options in the FMC. Options. Aircraft. Equipment, maybe? Nope. Failures. Original point displays. It's not in there. It's not in there at all. Aircraft equipment. After takeoff,
Have you got the air stairs on yet?
Oh, I'm looking for it. I can't find it.
It's in equipment, I believe.
I'm looking under equipment. Aircraft equipment.
If not, try the options. Go on to next page. There's 11 pages.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Flipping out engines. Double right. Stairs installed. Here we go.
There you go. So just allow that and
Yeah.
or accept, and then you should have air stairs.
Doors. Asta. Woohoo! Yay! Everybody can get off. Off you get, people. You've got about 10 minutes before, you know, go and get your duty free and all the other bits and pieces that you need, all the presents for the wife and kids and everything. Then get yourself back on, alright? Because we're taking off in 10 if you want to go to Germany. I've got GSX. I'm just not sure if I've installed it for P3D. I don't think it did. Hang on, let me have a look. No, I'm pretty certain I didn't. I'll get it installed for next time. I have got GSX for FSX. I don't know if I can install it for P3D or not. Yeah, get off the aircraft. Come on, off you go. Right, let's set this thing up.
Okay.
Where are we going here? Departures, arrivals.
No, FMC, you want to click on the RT first. Because you need to plug in EHAM and EDDF.
Origin.
Mhm.
Origin EHAM, which is where we are. We're going EDDF.
Correct.
DDF. Destination. Yes, you can install GSX on P3D. Nice. I'll do it for next time. Thank you. What runway are we going from? To 06.
You're gonna leave via 06.
06. Okay, done.
Okay, then click on
I got flight. SQ1RL. I need my flight number though. Need my flight number. Okay.
Or is it the SQ1
RL?
Yeah. Okay, so then click on next page,
Yep.
and in the text box you want to type in Delta Oscar Mike Uniform X-ray,
Yep.
and place that into the to box.
Domox.
Yep,
Flying direct to Domox.
indeed. And then click on departure arrival.
Departure
And-
arrival. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry,
Yep.
Dep R. And you want to click on the departure for EHAM.
Yep.
ILS 06.
Yep.
And for the SID, you're leaving via the ANAIR 2 Romeo. Alpha Romeo November Echo 2 Romeo.
Yep.
And that's that. So execute. Departure arrival. Arrival for Frankfurt, EDDF.
Yep.
Will be via runway ILS 25 right. Probably on
Yep.
next page.
It's
And-
ILS. Wait a second. ILS 25. ILSY 25 right and ILSZ 25 right.
ILSY 25 right.
Okay.
And no SID, no star, but the
Mhm.
transition will be roll 25. So Romeo Oscar Lima 25.
Romeo Oscar Lima 25 November is what I've got.
Okay, so go back to the depth arrival page,
Mm.
and instead of the ILSY, select the ILSZ.
ILSZ 25 right. Okay, I've done that. And what was the star again?
It's not a star, it's a transition.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll be on the right side of the FMC, and it should be ROL 25, ROL 25.
Oh, wait a minute. There are only two transitions, CHA and MTR.
Okay.
Like the stars are all what you were saying. Roll 25N.
Have you got a ROL 25?
I've got
for the
roll
s- for the
25N
star.
for star.
Right, let me double check. Yep, that one's fine. It goes on the same path. We can double
Cool.
check it anyway.
Okay. No transition, no?
No.
Alright.
and then execute that. Go into legs page, check for any route discos, and then double check it on the primary
I've got a
flight,
few.
secondary. Yeah, you should have. But double check it on the secondary flight display as well. You know, step through. It should basically head straight to the airport, but just before it gets there, it should go parallel and head away from the airport, like on a northeast, and then do a 180 and come back. I'll tell you if it's correct when I see it.
Wow, it looks an absolute mess to me.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
It's
Okay,
going in a
so-
massive triangle.
Okay, so on the FMC, you've probably got some vectors in brackets.
Vectors in brackets, yeah.
So to get rid of the vectors, you select the one just underneath and place it where it is, where it says vector. Once you do that, once you've done
What's your
one,
vector, Victor?
once you've done one, just execute it and it should get rid of it.
You want me to just get rid of that loop, basically?
Get rid of the vectors. The vectors.
So that'd be DF403, DF411. Oh my god. What the heck? Hey, wait a second.
Where that DF403 is, that's your last transition, your last waypoint before it should go up. So everything else looks fine. It's just afterwards, for some reason, it's gone wonky.
How do you step back?
You just have to go previous page and then next page to step through them again.
If you watch this, it's weird. It comes down and then it gets to ETARU. Then it goes to DF403, which is kind of weird. I don't know why it does that. Then it goes to DF. It's the MTR. There's a line drawn to MTR, which I don't even know why it's there because it's not on the plan.
No, it shouldn't be. That could... hold on. I know why. Click on RTE on the FMC, execute it, or activate and then execute, because then we'll be able to see which one is the actual plan and which one is the go-around.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah, it's worked. It's fine.
So that looks...
is a go around.
Yeah, so the hash line is now your go-around.
Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, it goes to the airport, goes up, goes around, and comes back round. That's
yeah,
fine.
So basically
Yeah.
just a base leg and then
Yeah.
comes back.
Well, if you see there where you've got DF41 something,
DF403.
yeah, you could actually shorten the plan to there.
Yeah.
You know, you'd bring the, which one is it? The DF203, which is opposite on the actual final leg. You could bring that up to the D40 something, not the 403 one.
Yeah, we
It's
just
the
skip out
one further
403,
along.
don't we? We jump 411.
No, you'd come to 403, which is the one where you do the 90-degree turn.
Yeah.
Then you head away from the airport, and then you come up to 2 more waypoints,
Oh, I see what you mean.
which would be 411. So you could bring, if you stepped at next page.
Yeah. Yeah, we doesn't need 411. But I mean, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, well it does, but what I'm saying is where you've got DF422, you could bring DF422 and you could basically get rid of DF426 and 416 because they are way out of the way of the airport. So if you wanted to bring those back, it'd make it shorter. It'd make it a lot shorter.
I think it depends how far out that is. I don't know. There's no scale.
It's roughly around 30 mile out, maybe more actually. It's about 30 mile ish. So basically, you're going 30 mile one way, doing a U-turn, and then coming back. So you're travelling, about 50 60 miles.
NIBAP up to DF4041. Yeah, you
On
mean,
the FMC,
mean
if you
loop
click
that?
on,
yeah, I
on
know,
the,
I know what I
like-
mean. I'm just concerned that's a short loop. I mean, we could just overwrite. Basically, we need to go from DF411 across to NIBAP. That's it, basically. That's the loop.
Yes.
Or even to DF422. That's it.
Yeah. So you could bring Nibab up to just underneath 411, whichever one it is before 411. But if you want to leave it like that, that's fine. But like I say, it's a good, 40 nautical.
There you go, shortened it.
Yeah, so you've brought Nib up to, so it should go now 411
Yeah, nib.
to Nib. But perfect.
Yeah, it's
that's
a
fine.
sharp loop.
Yeah,
Dan!
so then just
30 months sub,
execute that,
thank you, Dan.
that's fine.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's a better approach. You're not going the whole, 20 odd nautical miles in the opposite direction to then turn around and do another 20 nautical miles.
Okay. Just looking through for an altitude restriction.
Okay.
I don't see one on takeoff.
You'll not get any because you've not put the. Oh, actually,
No, I've punched it all in.
no.
haven't
You've not done your per fine IT page, but
Oh,
that's
yeah.
fine. Yeah, you'd probably get the restrictions in there, but I wouldn't think there isn't. You've only got the one restriction, which is on your approach, which is telling you to keep above 8,000 for part of it.
I? Yeah, that FL09A.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
And then after that, you can basically just descend right down.
Yep. Okay, let's do
Yep.
the rest of it then.
Yeah, per fine IT page. Run through that. You know how to do that.
Right. 5 reserve. We're going to go for a slightly higher cost index. 28 this time. Altitude is going to be flight level 280, I think we said. I don't have a cruise wind. Things like that. CL1, climb rate 1. Takeoff flaps is 5. Trim 5.47. V2 of 135. You'll struggle to get from flight level 90 to 50 in that turn, chaps. That was my concern. Yeah, I think DSG's got a point that getting from flight level 90 to 50 in that turn is going to be difficult. So I think what we need to do is we need to go into the legs and program a lower altitude slightly earlier on.
Yeah.
To get
okay.
things down a bit. Because flight level 09 at DF411. Let me just move that down. Yeah, flight level 09 on that turn is going to be. You just can't you can't get down to.
Okay, we can override that, so we don't have to basically extend it again. We can just change that. So to change it, just put in 050 and just insert that on the right hand side where it says FL90.
There we go. Flight level 050 DF411. Somebody's saying 5,000A is what we should put in.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah, do that. So it's saying you've got to be above 5,000. I mean, your approach altitude is going to be 3,000 anyway, for the ILS. So yeah, do 050A, and it'll keep you above.
How long will this take? Just take off already. I don't think you understand how flight simulators work. Perfect speed around 220 knots, I'd say. He's recommending a speed of 220 knots though as well.
You'll have slowed down by that point anyway because you'll have your flaps out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that fixes that. Okay, let me go back to the perf init stuff.
Yep. Also, your Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, it just changed it.
N1 limits, takeoff, flaps, 135. Okay, I've put all that in. Trim 5.47.
Check your V-speeds, etc. Yeah, no, fine. So 135 plus 10 should be 145 takeoff.
Okay. That's that done. Is there anything else in the FMC I need to do?
No, that's it.
Mono
Just do your
Jono!
autopilot for your altitude, speed, heading. Well, not heading, but
Hello,
yeah.
Paul.
And
Long
then
time
your
no
overhead
see.
For your
I have not watched you
cabin
since
pressure.
Easter time or donated money. Wow, have you been? Money and time, but I've kept my sub going because you're worth it. Thank you very much for your support, sir. I appreciate that. Hope you're going full time okay. Still been playing ETS2 and Destiny. Cannot wait for Taken King. Hope you're well. Mono Jono Dan 1996. Dan, I'm glad you're back, sir. Thank you so much for your support in that. That's awesome of you to carry on supporting even though you couldn't watch. That's splendid. Thank you for that. You know, it's a plan. It's just called right instruments on takeoff and fly to your destination. It's not like jumping in the car and going, yeah, let's just head up the East M6. We'll wing it from there. We'll be fine. Right, I need to get this thing set. So altitude's going to be 28,000. Do the overhead in a minute. We've done our speed. I think I should cycle the flight directors or leave them on.
Cycle them.
Okay. Flight directors are armed. Also throttle is armed. VNav and LNav are armed. Let's turn that back off plan. We need to take off now because it's going to get dark. Brakes are on RTO. We are currently engine power down, so we're going to power up in a second on pushback. Let's do the overhead. 28,000 we did already. What else have we got? Seatbelt signs need to go on now. People need to sit in their seats and start, you know, buckling up and getting the magazines out, wherever they're going to do. Anti-collision light should be off because we're not actually running the engine yet. That's all off. That's good. See anything obvious I've missed, Steve?
Checking. Put your yaw damper on.
I think that was already on.
Showing off on my side.
Wow. Why's that off?
Oh, I know why. Because you lost power. The APU didn't kick in for some reason.
No, it's because I messed up, I think.
It happens.
Yeah, I'm going to have to power the engines up in a minute.
Yep. Well, your aircraft's
pushback
basically... Yeah, your aircraft's in the perfect state for starting the engines. Your packs are off. Your APU bleeds on, which is good.
Yeah.
So you're in a perfect state. Just close your doors, push back,
Yep.
and start.
We'll start on a pushback, I think. Okay, FMC is all programmed. Let's close some doors here. Okay, if you're not on the plane right now, people, then, you know, it's tough. You're gonna miss the flight, I'm afraid. There's nothing we can nothing we can do about that. We're closing the air star. Okay, why is that not closing? Okay, that's interesting.
What's that?
Clicking on close. Oh, there it goes. I clicked on close about 40 times and it didn't start closing. Right, we're on. I need to get rid of the chocks. So we go for ground connections, remove the wheel chocks from here. And we are good for pushback. We're going to go nose left. 90 degrees should do it nicely. So we'll change that to left. Sorry, turn nose right, 90 degrees. Parking brake is on.
And ground cockpit.
Hi, Captain.
We're all set to go up here. We've been cleared to push and start at your discretion.
push. Power and air are clear, doors closed. We are ready for pushback. Please park and brake, please.
Release park and brake.
Also
Okay,
cycle
park
the
and brake is on,
auto
clear
brake
for push.
RTO. It's not enabled.
I thought I put it on RTO.
It has, but you've got the error warning light above.
Brakes off. Here we go.
It's not staying off. That's weird. No, it's fine now. It's alright now.
Oh.
Right, I guess we should start getting some engines up.
Indeed.
Okay. Start right engine first.
Do you remember how to do it?
Do I put it in ground, Doc? It's ground, isn't it?
Ground, yeah. Just start one at a time.
Yeah. So at this point we need to look at this thing here. When it gets high enough, throw some fuel in. Oh, straight into the lamppost, dude. Nice one. We have right engine start. That'll flick off on its own. Yeah, he just pushed the wing straight through that post. GG on the pushback. Okay. Left engine. M1's 2.5.
Push is complete. Set park and brake, please.
Parking brake set.
Brakes are set and pressure's normal.
Engine 2 start.
Okay, sir. Tow bar is on. Pin is out. Watch for the pin on the right.
Alright guys, thanks. You're cleared to disconnect. We will be watching for the pin and the release from guidance on the right side of the airplane, and we'll see you guys next time through.
Roger that. Have a good flight.
Okay. Engine 2 is starting. Now we're going to be going over there, aren't we? Okay, engine 2 start. We are on. I think we'll put the logo on. It's getting nighttime now, so let's put that on anyway. We'll turn the lights off in a second. What's going to do? We've got to turn the APU on, which means we need to use the power from here. And we can turn that off, I think.
Don't forget generators.
Put the packs on. Isolation valve auto, APU bleed is off. There are no lights, that's a good sign. Alright, I think we're ready to taxi.
See, it's just like riding a bicycle. You've just done all that without me telling you anything.
The rust is removed.
Indeed.
Okay, runway lights. Do runway lights go on now, guys, for taxi? Does anybody know? Do we put landing and runway? So we leave them
Also,
off, I think,
just
don't we?
look on the secondary flight display. I think I see a few little green spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Bit of rain.
weather radar. Yeah.
Bit of rain coming in. Status to continuous. Okay. Yes, turn off. Yes for taxi. What? Landing lights and runway lights. Yeah. Just the nose light. We've got the wing lights. We don't have the wheel light, I don't think. Landing when on runways. Ah, but then we're not on a runway, are we? Some people are saying turn the runway lights on, but not the landing lights on. Okay, so runway lights, okay. Landing lights just for landing and takeoff. Got you. Alright, release the parking brake. Let's find this runway. Which one is it I'm going to again?
You're going to take off on 06 right. Sorry, 06.
Oh my god, what is going on with my... I need to sort my textures out later.
Remember which direction you came in.
Yeah,
it should
to the
be,
right, I think.
Yeah, it should be to your right.
Hello,
head down
Matt,
that
how you
way.
doing?
I'm sure you'll find it.
If you landed in wherever you're going, Lanzarote or something? Have you noticed that texture problem, Matt? Weird texture glitch I've got. It's not doing it now. There you go, that. Any idea what that is? It's freaking out. Mind you, I've just installed this scenery pack, so something's not right. The runway's winking at you. We're taking off from Schiphol. We are heading down to Frankfurt. That's the plan.
As you head down that taxiway, you'll have to turn onto the runway and head down the runway. Turn around at the end.
What do you mean? As in carry on down? Or go across it, you mean?
No, get to the runway, turn to your right, head down the runway, and then do a 180 at the end.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Blimey. Amsterdam's a little buggy in P3D, one of those things. Okay, fair enough. Six requires a backtrack. Let's see. There's just no taxiway down to it. That's interesting. Right, let's get some flaps 5 here. Did you run the FTX Vector Airport height check? Yeah, I did. I reset that before I did it. I wouldn't depart from 06. You're not me, Matt. I do it hardcore. Yeah, you can't. You just have to go this way, don't you? So I guess I've just got to cut across into this runway and then just head down it and then do a U-ey.
Yes, you're coming up to Bravo, which is right, so that's fine.
You're light enough not to backtrack. Thing is, I'm sure I crossed over a runway when I came here. So it's not this first one, is it?
It's the one, if you look at the one that you've just gone on to, you turn right there, head down the end to the end, turn around, and you're ready for takeoff. You didn't cross a runway when you landed.
Oh, I did. Oh, well. What if there's a plane landing? Well, that's what air traffic control's for. To stop things hitting each other. Have you been to Amsterdam? Schiphol Airport, yeah. We'll taxi a bit quicker down here. Is the game volume really that quiet? No. I've got a mixer. I can adjust it. Do you want me to turn it up? How's that? That's the beauty of a mixer, is I can get rid of all the background noise or bring it back in when I want it. I'll leave it up if you want to hear the takeoff and then we'll turn it down again. No, squirrel, don't. We'll do it. We'll leave it on for takeoff, and then you can hear the engines, and then we'll slide it down. We are good, I think. Seems like a quiet airport. Okay. We are ready for takeoff. Let's get this thing on our VNAV. RTO is on. Flaps are at 5. All lights are on. No warning lights. Trim is where it should be. I think we're good. Is there a crosswind? Not sure yet. Oh, the lights just came on. Look at that. Awesome timing. Bye-bye, Skipple. Nice knowing you. Looks nice with lighting.
V1. Rotate. V2.
Okay, we have positive climb. Gear up. Whoops. Try not to knock the microphone. Wow, that is some nice climb. About to do a hard right, I think. That is some view. Look at that for a takeoff. Wow. Now that's what you call scenery. That is beautiful. Yeah, it sounds like we get some weird windows over. Not really sure what it is. Okay, meanwhile, back in the cockpit, turn the brakes off. Flaps up now. There you go, volume back down again. That was a nice takeoff. Look at that, it's just epic. What the hell is that beeping? I have no idea what that beeping is. If that's about to crash, turn on autosave and FSU IPC quickly. That makes it lag though, Matt. That's the thing.
Has it crashed yet?
No, he's saying it will.
Yeah, I've just been reading that and we turned it off.
That makes it lag out big time, Matt. You'll see it lag out in a second. That looks flipping epic. The stadium down there, look. It's an out of memory warning. Yay! Yeah, every 60 seconds it just stops for about 5-10 seconds and then saves out, and then we had to turn it off. That was the fix. Can I not just like hit the semicolon and save it? Like press that and just go skip all or something and then hit OK. Save it that way. Blackmont 19 months sub. Are you running P3D as admin? No, I never start it that way, mate. Just click on it, basically. Oh, you see that stutter there? That's what I'm talking about. It freeze screen for about 5 seconds. That's the FSU IPC saving out. We had to turn it off. Let's get back inside. Actually, what is the altitude? Just coming up for 10k. Landing lights are off, but I'm going to leave the seatbelts on for now because it's a bit bumpy out there. Wing light can stay on, anti-collision logo can come. We'll leave the logo on because it's night time. We'll wait till it gets a bit smoother. Run it as admin, it'll get rid of the stutter. Okay. Look at that view. Tell you what, that is a gorgeous view, Steve.
Cloud textures, sky textures, ground textures. Oh.
Yeah, right time of the day as well.
What more could you ask for?
Not stuttering?
Yeah, true. Well, as Matt said, run it as admin. That hopefully should fix it.
I'm going to have it saving out every 300, every 5 minutes. We'll take a stutter every 5 minutes. Well, it's a good set a route for CGN EDDK because that's what I'm landing at on August the 6th. That is some view, that is. Do you want to see that full screen, guys? Hang on. There you go. That's what that looks like. From the back, from the right. Look at that. It's just epic. That's the gear view. Looks awesome. Beautiful, isn't it? Just shows you what you can do with simulators these days. Where's his face gone? I don't know. It just disappeared. It fell off my head for a minute. I had to pick it back up. Can you stream this every Friday? Maybe. Maybe. We could do a Flight Sim Friday or Friday Night Flight, whatever you want to call it. Slightly better view. Go and take a screen grab, guys. If you do, now's the time. Actually, how do I get rid of the... is it Shift Y? How do I get rid of the debug stats? I can't remember. Is it Shift Z or Shift Y? Can't remember. What's the hotkey to get rid of the frame rate at the top?
Shift Z. You'll probably have to press it twice.
Shift Z. There you go, peeps. Screen grab time. Now that is a view. 60 FPS. Absolutely gorgeous. My face has gone again. Let me bring my face back. There's my face. Well, you can always get a screen grab later if you watch the VOD back and just pause it. You can tell you're flying east just by the fact that that sun's setting in the west. It's your wing view. I think we'll let the passengers get out the seats now. They can go to the toilet and Steve, you can go and serve the drinks and nuts now.
Okay, I'm going to start making my way down the aisle.
I've told them no loose change. It's notes or credit card only.
Yes, I'll be making my way down shortly. Just need to get everything unpacked. I've got some cashew nuts, roasted. What's the other ones?
Oh, there goes the freeze, the save freeze right there.
People are asking for alcoholic drinks. Sorry, only milkshake.
Yeah, milkshake only. It's a PG flight.
Exactly.
Good. What was the ILS of the runway?
It is 109.50. 109.50. Heading or course will be 249.
249.
Correct.
Go. Let's have a look where we are on the FMC. Oh, we're almost at top of climb, guys. We're at 26,000. I should go back to standard pressure at this point. There we go. Standard pressure. Can you have a banana milkshake? Lots of requests for the Yazoo milkshake.
Yeah, I can see that.
I hope you stocked at the fridge.
Yeah, I'm on my way down.
Right, we are almost at 28,000 feet, top of climb.
Can I bribe you to bring some vodka? Sorry. And all the Jaffa cakes, they're all in the cockpit, and
Nice.
nobody can get access.
That is top of climb right there. I'm so happy I was in the dust shop, so anyone wants some vodka or rum, you better keep that quiet, Benner. Captain won't approve. Captain Squirrel finds out. This is a 1 hour flight in real time. Are you speeding up time in the game? No. No, we fly it real time. Because if you fly on something like VATSIM, you can't speed up time. You have to fly real time. So if you want to do like a transcontinental type flight, you need to fly, set it all off, and then go to bed, and then get up in the morning and finish it off. Oh, Steve, there's a request for a Toblerone. Did you pack that?
Yeah, it's along with all the Jaffa cakes. But they're locked in the cockpit. So, yeah.
So basically, we serve milkshake, nuts, and then you can buy Jaffa cakes and Toblerones.
Yes,
But,
but you have to speak to Captain Squirrel about that one.
Let's just speak to the captain to buy that.
Yeah, they're a what is it? Delicacy item.
Yeah. Is it a 737? It is. It's a 737-700 NGX winglet. That's the winglet bit there. Does anybody know how the winglets work? Do you guys know how the winglet, what winglet does? Paul, stop serving nuts, please. I have a severe nut allergy. You shouldn't be on the flight. You can't get on the flight if you got nut allergy. We serve nuts for free. It's complimentary nuts. You do. Okay, I'll explain it if anybody doesn't understand. Long story. Prevents drag that saves fuel. So effectively, what's happening is the wing has a turbulence here. So the air comes out and then it spirals around and drops down. It does a circle like that, and that's the autosave. When it does this, it puts downward pressure on the wing here, which obviously creates inefficiency because the wing is trying to lift. So the air spiraling around pushes down on the wing. What that winglet does is effectively stop that from happening, so the wing cannot come back around and push down on the tip of the wing. Thus, you know, gives you slightly more lift out the wing. It's not an actual drag thing as such. Some people think it's drag. It's not actually drag, it's preventing downward force from the wind turbulence here. That's what it does. Yeah, vortex is another way of putting it. It's kind of like a vortex. It's a spiral here that happens, but it pushes down on the wing at that point. Expected arrival time 10:02 PM. Nice. Are the trolls kept in the cargo with regular drops with no parachutes? Yeah, the trolls are kept in the cargo, and we actually have a little door there, and we open it at 28,000, just chuck them out here. Dude, we don't do barrel rolls in this kind of flight sim. You need to be a military flight sim to do that kind of thing. If you play DCS, you can do barrel rolls and stuff, but not in this. That's why you need gaffer tape, not sellotape to hold wings on. Meanwhile, back in the cockpit, it's getting dark in here. It's getting dark in here. Let's get some lights on here. Too much. I don't like it too bright. Jack Sims, 12-month hype, 1 year anniversary. Thank you so much, Jack. 1 year anniversary, amazing support. Thank you so much. What altitude are we coming in at, Steve? Should go down for like 3,000?
Yes, you want to be at least 3,000 feet when you're on that final approach.
3,000 feet. 1 year support. 1 year of being a sub. Doesn't time fly? Unbelievable. Alrighty. I think everything else is in order. Seatbelts are all good. Yep. We are good. I don't quite understand why it's so bright over here. It should be fairly dark on this side. We're flying away from the sun. Ooh. That's a nice view. You know what I'm like in Eurotruck, guys? I can't stop messing about with camera angles. I do like some nice camera angles. Should we get underneath it slightly? There you go. Look at that. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Oh, got my face back. Thought it was earlier, thought it was a return to Heathrow. No. Nope. Is that an add-ons with camera angles? It's a thing called EZDock, E-Z-D-O-K, and it's extremely useful. I do have track IR, but the way EZDock works is, if you look at this, if you go to add-ons here, the way EZDock works is you have a set of virtual cockpits and a set of aircraft views. So if you click on one of these things, it takes you to that view that you set up. So if you click on any of these, like that, it takes you to any viewpoints that you set up. That's what EZDock does. And you can have, there are a number of options here. You can choose a button to hotkey to that. So for example, if I press forward on the stick, which is button 15, it takes me to that view there. Now there is an option here, TIR, that's your track IR. So EZDock picks up on track IR, and if I turn that off, then if I move my head, it doesn't make any difference. If I turn it on, then when I move my head, it tracks it. On the other views, you can decide whether or not to have track IR turned on. So what I generally do is I have track IR turned on for, I think it's saving again. I have track IR turned on for the main view, so that I can pan around like this. But when I'm in the instrumentation views like this, I don't want track IR on, because quite often you'll need to click things, and it's very hard to click things and keep your head still. And also these options here are for like turbulence effects. So if you go outside, if I turn these things off, you notice how the camera's stationary now. But if I turn them back on again, I get this kind of micro stutters simulating turbulence. So that's how that works. You can program the camera angles to be anything you want, like this, whatever you want basically, and then you just hotkey them as you see fit. That's just how I've got it set up, but you can set it up completely differently. But yeah, EZDock's a very useful add-on actually. I have got some scenery installed for Frankfurt. It's the so Aerosoft do a German. What do they call it? A German regional airports pack, and I have that installed, and Frankfurt's in that. So we should have some non-default scenery, but I don't know how good it is because I only installed it this afternoon. So we're going to find out, basically. Can you travel across the world? You can indeed. You can get packs for Alaska, and they are particularly beautiful. You get packs for Australia. Oh god, I think I just knocked something off. I think my arm reaching over hit the throttle key and I disabled the autopilot. So yeah, that happened. I'll try not to do that. So hey, fly anywhere you want in the world. What the scenery looks like when you get there depends on what you've purchased. So out of the box you can fly anywhere you want, but the textures will just be generic. If you want to get good textures, you're probably going to have to pay for them. If you want to get good airports, you're probably going to have to pay for them. Japan, I'm not sure. If Matt's still in the chat, he might know. Maybe Steve knows. Isn't there a new FSX coming out soon? So Dovetail Games are working on a flight simulator. I don't know the details just yet, but I don't think it's out this year. I think it's more next year. See you later, SBR. You got FSX, you got Orbex, so expensive. Yeah, but Orbex really does make a massive difference to your textures. me have a look on the FMC where we are. Oh, top of the descent is at 3 nautical, so we are about to begin our descent. Which means we probably need to get rid of the speed brake. Can you see the stars? They're just starting to break out there, look at that. Gorgeous time of the day to land. Yeah, 2 nautical, and then we're going to start coming down. P3D V3 is also in development. So is DCS2. Lots of flight sims coming back. I think simulation in general is getting back quite strong on the PC in particular. I don't know if we're going to need a speed brake for this. My guess would be that we do, but I'll see what the FMC says. Well, it's not complaining so far. It's fine. I'll just leave that up. If that says MCP altitude or something unattainable, we'll need to put the speed brake on. Good night, Leonard. Didn't they say they're going to release ETS 3? I've not heard anything about ETS 3. $149 people on a 747. You lucky boy. I bet the amount of people on that flight barely paid the fuel bill. Any flight sim that can multi-thread would be nice. I thought Matt said this game was going to crash. It's not crashed so far, luckily enough. I'm going to have to turn off the FSUI PC autosave when we get near approach. I don't want to freeze it as we're coming in for land. Yo, Squirrel. Yo, Garrett Dog. How you doing, bro? Yeah. Bro fist. Yeah. Was that OTT? If that was a belly full of cargo, you ought to take that out of the fuel bill. Hello, ZCHWEPPS. I'm sorry, but your name's quite hard to say in one word. What do you do in this game? It's not really a game, it's a simulator. You fly around. Aircraft for real. Ever thought about recreating Amelia Earhart's last flight? I've made it to South America so far. Not considered that at all. Your P3D is massively stable comparing to FSX. I agree with that. My P3D is pretty stable compared to FSX, definitely. And when you're recording stuff or streaming, that's kind of important. What the heck is going on with this texture here? Oh, that's the ground. Okay. That was weird illusion. It's a chill game to stream while doing a talk show like setup. Indeed. I do like Flight Sim for that reason, okay? I think Flight Sim in general is a very good streaming game for that reason. Because you can just interact with chat while you're doing it. But it's definitely not a game. It's a simulator. And plans doing a world tour in P3D. At some point maybe, yeah. I missed you're a driver in Eurotrucks. I just realised you're a driver in Eurotrucks. Yes, I am. Yep. If you drop the list down of drivers, you'll see me, and then you'll see right next to me Corrales. He's the one that looks like he just got out of prison. No, I'm joking. No, he's right next to me, just below me in the list. Will you ever stream The Forest? Unlikely. Whenever I stream a game that isn't some kind of simulator, people just sit in chat and just go, when are you playing Eurotruck? When are you playing OMSI? When are you playing Train Sim? When are you playing Flight Sim? That's what happens. Do you play board games? Not, well, yes and no. I do play board games, but maybe not the kind you think. I don't play family board games. I play... Put it this way, I own 9 of the top 10 games on Board Game Geek. I'm more of a board gamer. You know, like you say there's a driver's car? I play board games that are for board gamers, if that makes any sense. I play the good ones, put it that way, not the tat that you buy in Toys R Us. I play proper games that you have to think about. Let this game take over the morning, put on autopilot, then come home and land after work. Yeah, you can do that, as long as your game hasn't crashed. Angela Gray, no spam please. Otherwise you won't be in the channel for very long, just saying. Scrabble and Kaplunk, yeah, I'm thinking a bit more than that. Try Kalis. What do you need for the instrument showing on the screen now? What instrument? Don't understand. Oh, there's shift 3. Shift 3. Just press that. Steve HQ, 5-month sub! Thank you, Steve HQ. Let's just begin checking some stuff here. We're down at 17,000. Let's zoom in. Actually, looking at our current... you see that green arc? That's where we'll be reaching the altitude of 3,000 at that point now, which is about here. Which is okay. We don't need a speed brake. We can achieve that. That's fine. It's kind of hard to see, but you see that arc? That's the point where we reach 3,000. So if you draw that around, it's going to be roughly here. So we're 3,000 there, which means we can come back around. That's absolutely fine. We don't need the speed brake at all. I've enjoyed watching YouTube videos, especially ETS2, thanks. Well, thank you, 45 Trends. You like Monopoly? Nah. The trouble with Monopoly is there's too much of it relies on luck. And I don't like board games that rely on luck. I prefer board games that rely on skill and intellect. And that's why I play those kinds of games against people that are challenging to play against. I don't like Monopoly because it is just an absolute rampant luck fest. You know, roll the dice. Oh, I've landed on your house. Oh, you've bankrupted me. I'm out. Great. That's me done then. Yes, the wipers work, but they're annoying. Actually, when we took off out of the UK, it was chucking down with rain. But now it's quite nice here. Okay, you can zoom in the map a bit. You can see the plant. There's Rollis. There's 3,000 there, so we're going to hit 3,000 roughly here now. That's cool, because when you bank, you lose altitude. Monopoly is played wrong by everyone. Everybody cheats at Monopoly. That's the thing. How much did your stick cost? This is about 300 quid, I think, the stick. Or 250. I think I got it for 250 actually. They're not cheap, but they're made out of... They might as well be made out of tank armour because they're so strong. Too much reliance on luck, just like real life. I wouldn't agree with that, DeSota. Everybody needs a bit of luck, but you do make your own luck to some extent. You can increase your odds, put it that way. And you can decrease your odds. A lot of people never read the rules properly when playing Monopoly. There's not that many rules. You should play some of the games I play. Like, that's a proper set of rules. Right, we're about to approach 10k, so we're going to be putting the seatbelt lights on in a minute. Trend vector is based on current speed. You would have slowed down and therefore altitude would be higher. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. So as we were banking, yeah, the predicted get you. Makes sense. Monopoly is a mood tester. Nah. Almost every game of Monopoly that I ever have ends in somebody in a rage or crying or worse. It's just not. It's not a family game that ends well. Nobody ever ends Monopoly and goes like everybody just goes, "Oh, that was a great game." Everybody ends Monopoly with handbags at dawn and arguments. I can't believe your luck. That's ridiculous. You just happened to land on my, that's how it goes. The destroyer of families, pretty much. Do you play chess or checkers? I used to play chess. Wow, there's a lot of turbulence here. Okay, I'm going to go for the seatbelts now. Go landing lights. What else do we need? Logo. It's off. Let's bring this down to target altitude of 3. I think everything's okay. Let's put the brakes on 2. Altitude 3000 should get us around to the approach. We've already put the ILS in, I believe. Both flight directors are on. I'm not ready for flaps yet. It's good. Would you want to fly a plane in real life? I would actually like to go for my private pilot's license, and it's something I would hope to do in the next few years, but at the moment I don't really have the free time to put into it, but I hope I will. Oh, look at that down there, look, see it? Just here. And over here. Uno. Uno's better. Have you seen that card thing? With Uno, you can put your cards in the top and there's like a thing, you press the button and it dishes the cards out. Uno's a lot better with that. On a scale of 1 to 100, how realistic is this plane you're flying, Paul? On a scale of 1 to 100? Depends how far you want to go with that, actually. P3D's flight dynamics are not as detailed as you would need. X-Plane's flight dynamics are actually slightly better than P3D, particularly on the wing surface, but in terms of how realistic this thing gets in P3D, it's probably about 85 out of 100. Okay, I'm going to turn off the FSUI autosave now. We can't have it lagging me out while I'm approaching. If it crashes, I'll just have to load it back in. There's some buildings over there. Monopoly is less worse than men's ego. You mean ego? Take It to Ride, yep, played that. Friend's got that one. Basically, out of the top 10 board games, my friend owns half and I own the other half. We kind of took it in turns to buy board games because they get pretty expensive, like 30 quid each kind of mark. Carcassonne is good. There are some expansion packs for Carcassonne that are just, you must have them, and there are some that are just stupid. Like, for example, the one with the dragon that just goes around the board going that's just a stupid addition. Wow, what is going on? Look at this. This is cool. That's where we're landing, but we're going to be going over here and then looping back. Destination is in the title. EDDF, Frankfurt. You there, Steve-O?
I am indeed.
Coming in for that dogleg now.
I can see. Everything's looking good. You down at what, 8,000-ish?
Yeah, 8,000 sort of
Looking good.
Need to get down to 3 fairly quickly.
Yeah, just put one notch of flaps. That'll slow you down. You could also dump the gear. I know it's early. Yeah, speed brake as well. That'll help you descend.
I need to kill some speed. I don't feel comfortable at the moment. That 3,000's gone way out. I don't know why. It's not descending quickly enough. It's definitely not descending quickly enough.
It's still on the...
It's just throttled up.
It will do, because it's keeping to the path. Because if you remember, we set that 5,000.
It's gone back.
Yeah. But yeah, it's still on path, because if you look at the secondary flight display on the far bottom right corner, you can see that little diamond, and that means when that's in the centre, it means you're on perfect path.
This flight that was way too high.
It'll be fine once you've turned around. It's still a fair distance. That it's still what, about 20 nautical.
Steep descent. True story. It's a bit too steep. There we go. Right, I should do it. Are you a mod in anyone's stream? Yeah, I'm a mod in Belinda's stream. I'm a mod in Gears Art stream. I think I'm a mod in Sacriel's stream. I can't remember. I don't actually moderate, but I'm a mod, which is what you asked. Yeah, Lucas, I think you just wanted to use the word retard inappropriately. To slow down, you can use the speed brake and flaps and all kinds of other things. Oh, and Steve's chat as well, there you go. Oh, look at that view, I'm gonna have a look at that. That looks pretty nice. Still at 6,000. Doing a dog leg on the runway, as you can see. Back here. So we're turning around, looping back, going on to final. Now you definitely gave me the right ILS, didn't you?
I did indeed. You, like I say, you're about 20 nautical.
Just confirming. 109.50.
Double check. ILS 25 right is 109.50 with a heading of 249.
That'll do.
It'll activate as soon as you turn, well, not as soon as you turn around, but once you've turned around and you're heading back towards the airport, that's when it'll click it.
Paul, you should moderate in this guy's chat called Squirrel. Paul, can you crash the plane and pretend a problem occurred? You can if you want to. You can do that in a flight sim. I find it more challenging to land the aircraft than to crash it, so I'm going to go for a land. Do you speak any languages? Yes, I speak English. I don't speak any other, because I'm English. When you're English, you don't need to speak anything else. That's just the way it is. I don't know. We don't educate properly in our schools. I'll be fair though, I couldn't be bothered learning another language when I was young. I'd like to now. Curly LP, 11 months sub. Thank you, Curly. You are 1 month away from a full year of support. Thank you, Curly. Yeah, we'll kill the spoilers now. You are correct. In fact, we're going to go for a little bit of flat now. I will stream Train Sim. Definitely not tonight, though. What's that warning there? Can't read that. Five degrees of flaps. Don't think I've got an approach lock yet.
You won't. You'll need to be a bit closer. Don't worry, have faith.
Don't worry, be happy.
Indeed.
I'm trying to be a pilot. Not currently.
It'll pop on your screen and you'll be like, oh, that's great.
30 FPS, but I'm streaming at 60, bizarrely. Alrighty, flaps at 5. Coming round for a final vector. Vector Victor. is a very nice view, I'll give you that. Just tend to look nice at dawn and dusk. Seriously, don't trust this. It doesn't even look like I'm aligned right now. This is weird.
You're definitely aligned. It's straight in front of you, although there is another runway. So
Yeah.
you're going for the one on the right. But yeah, there's no ILS.
There's no ILS lock.
No. Descend. Do it manually.
Eh?
You might have to do it manually then.
Okay. How did I know this was going to happen?
Yeah.
That's not a lock at all, is it?
You've also got a 10 knot crosswind.
Okay.
Not locking.
That's not locking.
I think it's the what do you call it? The ILS-Y, ILS-X, ILS-Y.
Oh,
Got
shut up.
another ILS frequency if you want to try. This is for runway 25 left, which would be the one on the far left.
We'll just have to go man mode, guys. Just flying in manually. Nothing we can do. Hold on to your seats. You know what? I think need some more lights. You should always learn how to do it manually because sooner or later your autopilot will screw you over. And the thing is, my autopilot almost always screws me over. So I've kind of got used to this. Yeah, perfect time for a delivery. Honey Ron, I ain't reading that. I'm sorry. I'm a bit busy, Honey Ron. Let's get some... Too high. Happy lights are all on yellow. It's okay. It's a fairly long run rate. It's like 3.4 kilometers, I think. You should have more faith in me, guys. I'm a trained pilot and everything. Hey, when you fly Squirrel Airlines, you get milkshake, complimentary nuts, and a whole lot of fun on your flight. Yeah, Matt, you think I'm reading that?
I don't know what you were worried about.
There you go. We'll take that. What do we, Why's my retarder still on? Bounced it. Hey, I manually flew that from over 3 kilometers out of the airport. It was a little bit of a hard touchdown, but you know, professional pilots will do that as well. I'll take it. I'm pretty certain I know which map that was from. Jeez, I need to sort out my controls. The foot brakes are engaging when they shouldn't. I think I need to calibrate them again. Alrighty. Set the landing lights off. Let's bring the flaps up. Don't forget to vacate into the car park. Screw you, Matt. Just saying. What do I need to go in this place? I'm not familiar with this airfield at all. Where do we go? Considering I had 0 ILS whatsoever, I'll think I did okay. It's Berlin's here. Who do you think just sent in that flipping delivery? Pretty certain that was him. Just because. Hi Paul, how's your night going? Just want to thank you for showing me Project Cars. I'm playing it right now, loving it. Finding myself going back to Assetto 09 from time to time. Have a good stream, keep on flying. Honeyron, thank you very much. There was no possible way I could have read that while I was landing, but thank you. Glad you're enjoying Project Cars. It literally came through as your wheels touched the ground, was 10 out of 10. Strobes are still on. Yes, they're meant to be. I'll turn them off when I get over there. No idea where I'm going. Have you noticed the airfield? Look at that. It says wow. Randomly just says wow over there. So Steve, any idea why that ILS didn't work?
Not sure. It could be a scenery issue, but I think it's due to the ILS Y, ILS Z, or whatever it is.
Where the heck am I going?
Could be the air rack that needs updating. I know you've got the updated one, but it could be they've missed it.
Parking up here. Wrong frequency. Interesting. It's interesting that you say that, because flipping brakes again. What the hell is wrong with this thing? If you knew I had a wrong frequency, you should have told me the right one. Boeing or Airbus, which do you prefer? I've not flown the Airbus yet, so I can't really say. Honestly, I have no idea where we're going here. Oh, I'm just going to go right and park it up. Wow, is World of Warcraft. Thank you. Does that say Lufthansa Cargo? I think it does, you know. Fly to Norway. We're a bit sat in southern Germany to be flying to Norway. Parking brakes are on. Just wait for the APU to warm up. VNAV disconnect, interesting. Set the wheel chocks. Ginger! Let's let everybody out. We are at Frankfurt. Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot. Looks like there's a storm coming your way. It does a bit, doesn't it? Red sky at night and all that. Okay, we have APU. Don't know if that's meant to be open at this point. I'm not sure. Can't remember. Cool beans! Another successful flight achieved. Engines powered down. Passengers are departing, or deboarding, I should say. And that is that. I don't have any more flight planned, guys. Oh, in fact, I'm getting a bit stiff. So, I'm going to leave it there, I think. I hope you enjoyed a bit of flight simming fun. Was that enjoyable, guys? It was good getting back. It was a bit rusty at the beginning, but thanks to Steve helping, I got it back together again. I've got a few things I need to fix. I need to fix some of the controls around the rudder pedals and stuff. I need to remap some of these buttons here and calibrate some stuff. I also need to fix that FSUI PC problem. I don't know why that's happening. I shall be back tomorrow, 6 PM, Saturday, 6 PM UK time for another stream. I won't be using the Airbus at all. I'll try and make this a regular thing. Friday night streaming, Friday night flying. Hope you enjoyed it anyway. Thank you so much for being here and watching and keeping the chat great. It was nice talking to you all while we flew across. Yeah, if you missed it, go and watch it back. There's some really nice scenery bits, lovely graphics and stuff as we were taking off out of Schiphol. It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But yeah, thank you so much for everybody being here. Thank you so much for your support. Can we please thank the mods, guys? We're a little squirrel, yes. If you're a sub or a GG, if you're not, just say thank them for keeping the chat awesome as usual. Like I say, I'll be back tomorrow at 6 PM streaming. I think we're going to carry on with City Skylines. I think that's the plan. Yeah, enjoy your Friday evening, or if you're in the States, enjoy your Friday afternoon. Have a good evening all, have a good sleep. I'll see you on tomorrow's stream, 6 PM. Love you all. Good night.